So we're up to session number 38.
Woohoo!
We have everyone back at the moment,
Yay!
which is good.
Mm.
And you have gone to a giant boulder out on the ocean side that, if looked from the right angle, looks like a giant skull.
Do you have to squint, or does it actually look like a giant skull?
Looks like a giant skull.
Okay, so it's not just goblins.
Doesn't even look like a goblin skull. Looks more humanoid.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, because aren't they just like camping out on this piece of rock?
And there is a big building on top.
Mm.
It does look well fortified.
Yeah, because we're trying to get into that. Woohoo!
So you had spent last session travelling there with Shalelu. And then Shalelu offered to help sell your infiltration into the goblins by shooting at you.
That's right.
Luckily she wasn't trying.
Mm-hmm.
Or was trying very hard not to kill us.
She did keep her promise of not killing you. Though it was only a case of a little bit to the left, and she probably oops.
Just in that one here, and then oops.
No, oh, she did want you to save her friend, so she didn't think she could tank the goblin horde by herself.
I can only carry so many arrows.
Yes, she ran out of arrows last time she was here.
Yeah, for Shalelu, that's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. But she could pretty much do that before she had to run away from them.
Mm.
Okay, so you made it to the bridge that walked probably about 60-70 feet across a deep drop into a ocean below, which you've been told is the home of a bunyip,
Now, do we know what a bunyip
which is a creature the size of a whale with sharp teeth, and likes to feast on people.
Great.
So just one more of those beasties in the area that local legend tells you is horrible. But you did pass through the Sandpoint Devil's home turf on the way here.
Yeah, Dooza still has nightmare.
So tonight, I'll go through the people we have. We have Peter, who can remind everyone of his titles.
I am playing Willy Won Kenobi. I've been oddly absent for the last couple of sessions.
We've been missing your novel.
My novel? No. And I'm looking forward to coming back up to speed with what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the most important one of the night, Morgan.
I play Quest, the Goblin Bard. Orc. Bard. Yeah. I'm green. I play music. So you really need to know.
And currently the fact that you look like a goblin is the only reason the party's alive.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because I sure as shit can't pass as a goblin.
Oh, no, you're only a little bit taller than the last one we saw.
And then we have Stefan.
Hello, I'm playing Green Arrow, apparently.
You're back to being the Green Arrow.
But it was originally the Green Dervish,
Oh,
and
the
then
Green-
it's the Green
Green
Arrow.
Oh,
Dervish.
sorry, the
My
Green
original Green
Dervish.
Arrow is the... Yeah.
Why are you worried about your name?
Because we're supposed to keep our identity secret.
But we're not in Riddleport
No,
anymore.
not Rinfall.
Yeah, I don't want goblins knowing my name. Especially an army of goblins knowing my name.
You're fucked then, aren't you?
Oh well,
You're also totally not an elf right now.
Yeah, I tried. I'm just a very weirdly misshapen goblin at the moment.
Yes.
You're a little bit pale.
They
Did we do the green face paint yet?
No, they kind of look at me like the misshapen child that was born from certain generations of goblins. It's like, oh god, what are you? Put them away. Yeah. I think I'm here to help, but I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
You think you're here to
So the question of who you're helping is always the question.
It is. I ask myself every single game.
And then it's Josh.
Hi, I'm playing Parry Hotter, the buffest wizard known to man. Still, the buffest wizard known to
We'll have to actually put the camera on myself.
man. That'll work.
Q fam coding.
Yeah. Cue the paternity tests that are still lining up out the door.
Yeah, I would be really surprised if people have chased you towards a goblin army for a paternity
No, they haven't,
test.
which is a brilliant thing. I think they couldn't even get past Riddleport, actually. They haven't even left there.
Well, that's the ones in Riddleport we're talking about, not the ones elsewhere. He has spent time in other cities.
I don't know. If one of them managed to sneak into a goblin camp to want to have your baby, I'd seriously consider it. But that's impressive.
Plot
The
twist.
problem's
Deuce
going to
is
be
my
the
child.
goblins showing up asking for paternity tests.
Don't ask how that worked. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the race, near the race of what you are.
Yeah, you're not giant-y.
No, I meant half.
Yeah, but I'm half giant human orc.
Yeah.
You're not giant-y.
Well, hard to tell.
They're hard
You
to
just
tell.
all parry.
Yeah,
God.
And all the parries look alike.
they sure do.
Well, the hunters, actually.
All the hotters.
Hard to tell the males and the females because they both have the same look.
Inbreeding will do that to you.
Well, what stays in the family, stays in the family.
That's it.
We actually got the best genes, okay? We don't want to ruin it from outsiders.
What, Levi?
I'm sure they just like stretch.
It was done once. And that thing lives in the Riddleport Bay, okay? Lives in there.
And then we have M.
I am Doozer. I am chief. And yes, I can do the by Gorm because my deity is actually Gorm, which is hilarious. Just a slight reference then to
Other
next
week.
week.
Other week. Other Friday.
To the other Friday.
Which is funny if you do forget and say by Gorm amongst the goblins.
Yeah, by God.
No, Doozer's just like flexing. Yeah.
You are fence post.
I am shiny chief
You are
of
chief fence post.
people. And Puppy.
And Bumpy.
And Puppy's just kind of like, lots of things.
Yep. And big wolves around.
Oh yeah.
So Poppy's actually not the biggest wolf around.
It's probably like when he went and sat next to the bloody werewolf on the fireplace. It's just like, yay, big friend.
Okay, so last we had it, you were heading across the rickety old bridge. And yes, it is old. And it is rickety.
Isn't it also like ready to just be like dropped?
So it is. The rope bridge spans a gulf between the cliff and around his flat-topped island 60-some feet to the north. The thick patches of nettle and briars grow here and there atop of the island, but its mostly impressive feature is a wooden one-story stockade. Two 30-foot-tall watchtowers guard the stockade's southern facade. The rope bridge itself is made of hairy rope and thick wooden planks. The whole thing creaks and sways in the wind above the churning surf 80 feet below. And it was designed so that it could just be lifted and dropped from either side.
It's got like rings on the end, but posts.
Which is so much easier to get rid of someone than to go, they're running, 2 rounds, okay, they're here, okay, fire that. So, who's taking the front position across the Chasm of Doom?
Off you go, Chief.
No, wouldn't it be the
No,
person who
Chief.
can speak Goblin?
Off you go, Chief.
You're right, Harry.
No, Chief, you must impress with chiefness.
Yeah, right. I'll go
Why am I talking like a goblin? I'm an
You've been around
intelligence
goblins
advanced.
Your intelligence is dropping below your charisma.
It seriously is.
One of us.
No, sure.
One of us.
Off you go, Chief.
That'd be fascinating.
Come on,
That's the
big brave
requirement
chief.
of speaking Goblin.
So you just speak in the least syllables.
No, your
possible.
intelligence needs to drop below your charisma.
Well, you did have one goblin who actually held a decent conversation with you. And the only reason he's allowed to join the rest is because, well, that summoned all the goblins.
That also he carried spear with words on it too.
Yeah.
Spear with words, yes.
And he does call that his talking stick.
But
He stabs them with words. Words cut, words stab, words pierce.
Yep.
Words scary.
Yeah, who looked at what some of the runes meant? Oh, it was you, wasn't it?
It was me.
It was like death and gore and
And-
blood and
and-
some.
Yeah. It was very negative. I couldn't read them all, but it was just like pain, suffering, dying. I'm like, okay, calm down there, emo shaman. Okay, simmer down a little bit.
Okay, so you start walking across the bridge. It's all fine and all until Puppy follows you. So it was just this nice little sway, and then suddenly it's swaying all over the place as Puppy's bouncing along, following behind you, all happy and tail moving.
Boing, boing, boing.
I try and get Puppy to calm down and walk not so happily.
Well, Puppy seems ecstatic. It's got you all to yourself.
Great.
Excited.
Mhm.
Yes, I noticed excited Puppy.
And he seems to be peeing all over the bridge and in the wind.
As long as
Luckily for you, the wind's not going towards you. It's going
I
the
was
other
about to
way.
say, like he's not into the breeze.
Wait, is it going towards Kroll?
Yeah.
No.
And the rest of the party.
Okay.
As they get this nice, pungent breeze coming towards them.
Can I use a reel to change the direction of the wind?
do you just cast wind magic?
Apparently, that I don't have.
Wind wall.
It's alright, just helps us blend in.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. Poppy's
Just
helping.
smile into it.
No.
Close mouth.
Don't breathe, don't talk.
Yes, and you make it across with a rather happy puppy following you.
Good puppy.
It was, touch and go a bit there, but it was fine.
You said it had rails, didn't
Yeah.
it?
And looking behind you, you see the wet-soaked bridge all the way to the other side.
Jesus, puppy, been holding your bladder real well.
Well, he'd been travelling amongst goblins. It was his first relief.
I'm surprised he didn't pee on the goblins.
Probably because the bigger wolves would have bitten his face off.
Yeah. That's not that.
And he knows that instinctively.
He was playing it safe.
Aw.
It's like, you're ahead. Okay, I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah.
That and it's in the wind and the bridge didn't smell claimed, apparently.
My bridge.
It is now.
Yeah,
Puppy's bridge.
I'm sure whoever claimed it previously would just have to reclaim it.
Pretty much.
Oh, track puppy down.
Gonna have a nasty encounter with a big scary orc.
So that is one of the druids they met.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a dude with the
He has a
like
kitty.
fire
Fire
panther.
panther.
Nice.
And that's actually in the setting.
Pyro will go second across the bridge.
Okay. So, unfortunately for you, it's difficult terrain. It is a little slippery.
This is what you get for getting Juicer to go first. What have you learnt?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have sent the lightest first.
Give your dog a urine bag, that's what I've learned.
That difficult terrain's not worth it. Going home.
But on the bright side, you shouldn't have any problems in the dungeon now. Okay, so yes, you have to walk a lot slower, and there is a sloshing sound as you walk.
Yeah. I'm getting to the other side and casting prestidigitation on myself.
Yep. I understand completely.
Yeah.
Fire pelt cougar. That's good.
So, as you reach the other side, the big doors open and a large gecko comes out
Mm.
with a goblin on top, followed by a bunch of other goblins with weapons that don't look crafted by a
Goblin.
half-demented blacksmith. So
Right, look at
that
the fully
is what
demented
he looks
blacksmith,
like.
do
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yes.
So
Ah, yes.
Riding gecko. Nice.
and you've heard that his name is War Chief Rip Nugget, and his lizard is called Stickfoot, the Mighty Steed.
Stickfoot, the mighty steed.
That sticks to things. And he calls out in Goblin, pointing at Duza.
I kind of look at Parry.
What does he say?
You shall not.
He is demanding that the chief of your group give him obedience.
Obedience.
Swear fealty.
I say, I translate for you.
As you go to talk, he cuts you off.
Oh boy.
What does he say?
He says, "Chief, talk, not you."
Oh fuck. I speak in common. Actually, common or orc, which would be better.
Go orc, see what happens.
Alright, I introduced myself in orc.
Okay. You introduce yourself in Orc. Okay, so a arrow goes flying past you
Great.
as you start talking in Orc.
I repeat it in common.
What do you say?
Again, I introduce myself.
Okay.
I am Duza.
Okay, I'm Duzor.
Boom.
And War Chief Rip Nugget says, "What makes you Goblin Chief?"
What makes you flex? Flex.
Yeah, I flex.
Okay.
Duzor strong. Stronger than I point to Quest wherever he is.
Is Quest choosing to come across at this place?
Yeah, it's still on the other side of the bridge.
Stronger than the slowpoke over there.
Is that difficult terrain as well?
Yep.
Yep.
You're just going a lot slower.
Yeah.
Screech, sprout, sprout, sprout.
Skip. Right. Who are you? What now?
You heard me.
I didn't. What'd you say?
It was a long way away.
Duzor is stronger than you.
Oh, like it's hard.
Exactly. Hence why Duzor's chief.
Dude's as dumb as a fence post, but anyway, moving on.
So the War Chief points his sword at you. You challenge, Chief.
Ooh!
Not
Yes,
challenge
which
you.
The chief. The gecko chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, chief or you chief?
You on Chief Island.
I'm not here to challenge for
You're still
chief.
standing.
Shut up and fight.
Don't really want to fight, but
Shut up and fight.
It's a bit late.
I think he wants you to kneel.
Yeah.
oh,
That's what I was trying to say, but he interrupted me.
no,
Let
right.
your arms do the kneeling.
I try and get down to the ground, bit tall, but fine.
Okay, give me a society roll and see how well you do that.
Society. Oh.
That's right.
How's your intelligence?
You live in a
I'm
society.
I'm actually plus 1. So I got 4. Is that
Most
right?
people should at least be a bonus of some sort.
So yeah,
At least
intelligence
+3.
of 12.
So,
that means
you'd
it should
be
be
a plus
plus
4.
4.
Huh?
If you're not
Because-
trained in society.
I am trained in society.
If you train in society, then it would be
Plus
Level
6.
plus 2, so he's plus 6, yes.
Plus 6.
My character's going to whisper something inappropriate.
If you're on the other side of the bridge, no one hears you.
So what you get?
No, I'm
It's over
done cross
10.
with you guys.
Uh,
Unless there's a reason I shouldn't.
Well, I'll go over one at a time.
That's okay.
13.
13. Okay, so you managed to get down with some level of observance. Instead of just the I look intimidating as I go to my knees.
Grr, I am awkward. Look me on my knees. Grr.
Then he points his sword at Parry.
And
Parry's, has Parry gotten down to his knees? Will Parry bend his knees to a goblin? Again.
Parry only gets to his knees for certain occasions. Okay.
Can I like trip Parry? Please, can I trip
Oh, you
Parry?
can. He's right near the edge.
yeah, don't do that.
At this stage, Willie has made it across, leaving Kroll by himself with this big panther leaning down over the top of him. With his fire pals on him.
Parry, my character's going to whisper as I sort of walk
Sniffing
close
you.
to you.
Yeah, not happy.
Be sure to cut the balls.
Dashing across.
Okay, you dash across as you think it was about to, replace your scent with its.
Yes.
Because apparently you didn't like the wolf scent on you.
Thanks.
I think we found the previous owner of this bridge.
Okay, so you've made it across. You've seen that the chief is sitting on top of a giant lizard, pointing his sword at people and saying things in Goblin. And you understand Goblin?
Was he speaking in Goblin or was he talking in Common?
He was mainly speaking in Goblin.
Oh,
He
okay.
did say somewhere in Common.
No, I don't speak Goblin at all.
Mm.
But
He starts with each person in Goblin, and when they can't understand, he will switch to
Terrible
Common, which is worse than his Goblin.
Broken common.
but no, my character's going. That's a cool now. That's really good.
So,
It's
what
mine.
does
Is it
Perry
yours?
do?
No.
Oh.
What does Perry do?
Did you get down on your knees?
Yes, he.
Did you?
Gingerly got down onto my knees while trying to not look. We're trying to blend in.
How? Character's looking at you with nothing but contempt on it.
Wimp.
Hell.
You can fight for Chief if you want, buddy.
Chief Longsby fought Chief Longsby's ass.
Yeah.
Wow, that was almost accurate goblin. Well done.
You've learned Goblin. Not only do you know how to speak Goblin, you've now learned how to speak Goblin.
Quest is trying to blend in and pretend to not be smart. Actually, what's your intelligence?
13. No, plus 3.
So 16.
16.
16.
Okay.
So So you end up bending your knee towards the Chief?
Why does Parry need to bend knee towards Chief?
Chief pointed his thing at you and said, "Why are you still standing?" sort of thing.
Why still standing?
Mm-hmm.
Because Parry needs to walk.
He gestures to one of his guy to beside him, and two of goblins beside him just shoot at you with with their bows.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So that would be a 23
Hit.
and a 13.
Miss.
Okay, so you get shot in one leg,
Ow.
and you take 6 damage
Ow.
as you see the arrow go part way through.
Very cute.
Nice little barb on both ends of the arrow.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that later.
Hence why Doozer is showing fealty. I don't want to mess with these guys right now.
I'm gonna go and sit to Doozer's left, but back. Like,
But sit down. Okay.
Two.
Well, you can get one step behind, 2 steps behind, and you're sort of waving from a drop.
Oh, really? That.
That's
Yeah,
how it
we're
goes
with that
down.
on the edge.
Okay. Well, one step back, and I'm like, okay,
There is a curve that you're on at the moment.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, we could have taken more steps, but people came out.
And they basically challenge you right on the edge.
Mm.
Yep. So So I've sat down.
Mhm.
One step behind Doozer's left.
At that point, then the chief says, "You challenge, chief."
I challenge Chief, or I challenge Chief's men.
Challenge accepts, chief.
Oh, Harry's gonna die.
I'm probably gonna go unconscious for a little bit.
Harry's
Excuse
gonna
me.
die.
Is that strictly necessary?
He looks at you. You challenge, chief, too.
No.
You standing?
Quest promptly sits down.
What?
You challenge, chief, too.
No, he challenged Chief.
You're still standing. You challenge, chief.
Neil?
No, chief.
Point
Harry-
voice to other goblin, Neil.
Harry kneels, not to respect the chief, but to make it look like I respect the chief. I'm gonna yank the
Okay, give me a
arrow.
deception.
Deception.
Yep. You should be good at it.
So it should be.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. he looks so much better than Doomsday going down, even with the arrow through the leg.
Well, no, that's the reason why I went
Hair
down.
blowing in the breeze, cloak billowing behind him.
I'm not respecting the chief. I'm getting the arrow out of my leg.
But Parry does everything fabulously, so
Hell yeah.
this isn't a surprise.
And a bit of sunlight goes through the clouds, shining, showing up his
And
hair
then all of a
and
sudden,
body.
glitter dust. Whack! Get him!
The only thing in my mind is the, he's been an adventurer like you, so it's an arrow defending.
Still the buffest wizard known to man. Thank you.
Okay, so Kroll's made it across as well now. Everyone else except for you and Quest is currently kneeling, as he's now looking at Quest and is pointing his sword at Quest.
I mean, can we sit down? Does it work? What do we have to kneel?
I think just generally showing reverence will do.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not that tall, so I wouldn't.
Talkie Talk Goblin Challenge Chief. Come, Talkie Talk.
Come talky talk.
You'd like a challenge to talk?
Ooh, talk challenge.
I see if you talk with tongue on wall.
Oh.
That challenge?
And Quest walks up to a wall, sticks his tongue out on the wall.
Is it good enough?
And ting, an arrow just lands right next to your face. And you can hear the chief turn and go, "Miss, try again."
Fine. He'll kneel down.
And then he turns and looks at Kroll.
Well, seeing as everyone else is doing it, I guess I will.
And he welcomes Kroll.
Because no one was, you weren't stubborn. Everyone else was.
I wasn't stubborn. I just
Yeah,
didn't
you
understand.
were.
Not really. I just didn't understand what you wanted because I don't speak Goblin.
Do you speak Goblin?
No, but everyone else is kneeling. Okay.
But you do hear him welcome the Kroll as the bleached gnome's child.
Oh, fuck sticks. Okay, yep.
Translate. Hello, Bleach James child.
No, fuck sticks is an accurate translation.
Do you translate folks?
He says fuck sticks.
He laughs.
Sorry.
At which point he gets off his riding lizard, and you have the whole feeling of Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Yep.
I guess we stay kneeling because. Yeah, I don't kind of want to get shot in the face.
I'm half tempted to shoot him in the ballsack with an acid arrow, seriously.
He does actually have full armor on for a goblin. You've not seen a goblin that well armed or armored before.
What kind of armor?
It is full suit.
Like plate?
Full plate suit armor.
Really?
Yeah.
Considering
Properly articulated for a goblin.
considering as Quest so eloquently put it before, the room wielding spear guy challenged Chief and didn't win.
Is that surprising, or is that...
Yes, that's surprising because his spear is mental.
This also implies
Oh,
someone
by the
out
way.
there purposely made goblin plate armor. Why?
Crawl. Arrow in leg. Help.
Yes. Just but a flesh wound.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He walked over to Kroll, and talks to you in gnome.
Oh, okay. I will talk to him back in.
He greets you in the most atrocious gnome you'll ever heard anyone actually utter. So much so it makes your skin crawl, him butchering absolutely every word.
Well, this is
As you believe he said, he welcomes you in the name of the Bleached One.
The bleached one. Ooh.
right.
Ominous.
You must be true chief.
What?
You must be true chief of group.
Me?
Yes, you.
Not to my knowledge.
He looks unbelieving.
Do you need to do a deception roll for your true innocence?
Apparently.
But it does mean that the Bleached Gnome has had dealings with this guy.
Yeah, that's concerning. On multiple levels.
Actually, I think I know Gnomish.
You probably do.
Excellent. I will point to Doos and say Chief. Or
This
Chief.
didn't work the first time, by the way.
No, Chief of our group, not.
Didn't work the first time when he's trying to explain it.
Not Chief, just Chief.
Chief, sorry, not Chief. Yeah. Too many chiefs. One chief, not two.
No, chief.
No, he's Chief.
While you all chiefing, he holds up his sword and it starts to vibrate and glow.
Ooh.
You can hear a hum coming off it that's quite high pitched. You see lines start to form up the blade as it does symbols.
I
I'm
don't
getting the
like
feeling we
this.
should start using the word chief.
What kind of symbols?
They seem to be various iterations of death from various cultures.
Oh, so that's why Death Spear guy didn't win.
And amusingly enough, it even has it in a form of goblin that very few people know. He then points his glowing sword at Kroll and say, "Kroll, pick one to follow."
To follow?
Yes, and then he puts his sword away and walks off. Of course, he said it in very broken gnomish, so it's very hard to tell what he actually intended by it.
Will you come with me?
And he actually used your actual
No.
name.
I'll be your second
Yep.
chief.
Let's go.
See,
Stand
Chief's
up.
apprentice.
Do you understand Gnomish?
No.
What do you
Um,
understand?
I apparently don't know Gnomish though, so...
Can you speak Goblin for a few minutes?
Yes.
Start speaking Goblin for a few minutes?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know, curse for all I care.
Start
count
a
to
ballad
100.
in Goblin.
Yeah. Am I insulting Chief or no?
No! Don't insult
Oh,
Chief.
okay, damn it. I wanted to insult Chief.
Just read out some of your diary in Goblin, you'll be fine.
Chief, do you know of Otehr family?
Comprehend language.
He-
Comprehend language.
He's been walking off the whole time, ignoring you.
Perfect.
Interesting.
It lasts for what? Is it 10 minutes or an hour?
An hour.
Oh, okay.
And all these I'm grunting and I'm groaning in the background you've been hearing for the last day or so now actually has words to it.
That's weird.
And it's now even more disturbing than it was earlier.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Good luck.
Actually, for my character, I'm probably going, oh yeah, gonna have to go and check that out.
Oh, arrow's still stuck in that help.
Oh, yes. I forgot that. I'll do a quick medicine to.
What's your medicine roll?
Not good.
Fuck.
Technically need a
Yanks it out, and Bob
Ripped you out the wrong way.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I need to reroll for that one. If there's any left.
Yeah, I haven't used any yet.
Is everyone okay with me ruling
I mean,
Just
whatever.
that? Okay.
I mean, Doozer would be happy
So
with the
what
scar.
did
I'm
you
not
get
so
into
sure
total?
about
Well,
parry.
I need a
though.
15, I got a 14.
You got a 14.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it's you're probably going to cause damage going through or pulling out, and the shaft's made of metal.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Okay.
It's designed to punish the person you hit with it,
Yep.
and it's also tipped with some sort of toxin.
Harry's being
Oh, okay.
poisoned.
Yep.
Oh no.
No, no, not the elf.
I can work on breaking this while you do whatever.
Yeah, good luck with that. Just to go try and...
Can I stay and watch?
No, we're following
Oh, that's right.
Double Chief. Whatever his name is.
Rip Nugget.
Rip Nugget?
Rip Nugget, Stick Lizard, Dude, Chief. Lost in translation.
Well, Doozer could probably eventually break the shaft.
That would be hilarious.
So you are currently bending it.
Inside your leg.
I meant
How
more
far
with,
through is
like-
the arrow?
All the way, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually sticking at the other end, and it's got barbed head backwards, and the feathers are actually barbed forward.
So it's made to prevent removal.
Yeah, I
Made
meant
to
more
stick
like...
in.
That's fine.
So literal war arrows.
Your medical verdict, that's gonna hurt.
No shit.
Medical verdict was training didn't cover this one. Sorry.
Just be lucky, heat metal doesn't exist in this one.
I'm sure it does somewhere. We do have multiple books now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you follow in, and you see that there is about 20 odd goblins, all with full plate armor.
Oh, they've also got play.
With various bows, all with those war tip arrows.
Oh wow. Okay.
And each of them carries what appears to be a finely crafted version of their crappy dog slices
Yeah.
and
So
their
what
horse
masterwork
droppers.
effectively?
Elaborately designed versions of their crappy weapons. So you'd think that would probably be a master craftsman was behind their raw tip, but did it in their style.
Okay.
That's odd.
So they are wielding goblin weapons, but goblin weapons not made by standard goblins.
Ones make the last.
Oh, never mind. Yep.
And
They were made for war, not for killing random tribe people.
and a group of these goblins could pretty much take a small village, no problems, without stealth.
Yeah, yeah. Would they likely to get killed on fences and things though?
Probably not, considering they seem to be a little smarter than the average goblin.
I thought that was illegal.
Okay.
No, doing words good is illegal.
And they do seem to have some sort of writing on their armor.
Yeah, that was illegal too, I'm pretty sure. Goblins.
It was until they all joined together, and they were told that stuff with writing on it was no longer bad.
By who?
You don't know. You've just been told that they can't kill someone just for writing, while the war's in effect.
Why do I feel like the bleach name's involved?
Okay, so
Probably because he's introduced you as the son or spawn of
And one of the people who wouldn't give two shits about making goblin armor would probably be a bleach gnome.
So in this room, you see a bunch of horse and dog heads mounted along the one of the walls, while another one hangs a pair of black feathered wings tacked to the wall with daggers.
Black feathered wings.
Mm-hmm.
Anything spring to mind as the origins of?
Sure, give me a Arcana roll, so you can figure out.
Arcana.
13
Yeah.
plus
Oh shit.
3, 16.
16. For you? Nah, you don't really recognise him that well. Not just for the wings.
26.
I have a quick laugh at the horse.
Okay,
The
so
horses.
26 upgraded.
Yeah.
So you look at it and go, oh, they're harpies' wings.
Okay.
Oh, really? They're really big. Ah,
Harpy
okay.
wings.
Like,
Harpies.
oh,
And the daggers that are pinning it also look quite nice.
Okay. A particular type of metal or something.
as
Well,
we're walking along, in probably common, my character says, is it wrong that I'm starting to be fairly impressed by these goblins?
Technically no, but normally they don't have this level of master work.
Hmm.
So there's an external factor involved too, which is highly concerning.
Okay, and they take you through 2 sets of double doors into the throne room of the goblin.
They can use doors.
Oh my god.
And they seem to open it without any problems.
The racism sense is tingling.
Okay, so this room has many pelts hanging along the walls. Mostly black and red striped, 5 pelt skins, dog pelts, and what looks like horse hides as well. With 4 big timbers supporting the ceiling, their faces studded with dozens of iron spikes, with the lower reaches decorated with dozens of impaled and severed hands in various stages of decay.
Ooh.
And in
Handy.
the northeast, a wooden platform supports the throne, heaped with dog pelts and horse hides. Dog skulls adorn the armrests, and a horse skull leers over the throne's back.
I'm glad Dude's not here. We've dropped into instant rage mode.
Perry's gonna cast Acid Splash on this arrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
On your leg? Oh, on the arrow.
Yeah,
So-
on the arrow.
It burns through metal.
It does 1d6 acid damage plus 1 splash acid damage.
Okay, it starts sizzling, and you take 1 splash acid damage.
That's fine. Now let's wait for it to burn through.
We'll have to be there for a while.
I have a distinct feeling-
Dude's just like, I could snap that now.
You probably could.
Can I try? Do you let Duza try?
Yeah.
Alright.
Druza bends it slightly.
Maybe some more acid first.
I'm gonna keep on going until it burns it through. In the end, I just want the either end. I'm just gonna choose on one end, just focus on melting it down before, so I can just yank it out without having to deal with another.
Or enough that Duza can snap it.
Well, that too.
Okay, so you've walked into this throne room. You see that the goblin chief of chiefs gets up onto the throne and sits down and then looks at you expectantly.
Again, I'm standing a step behind, like 2 steps behind you and to the left.
Yep. Okay. I guess I'll bow politely and give greetings.
He looks at you strangely. He doesn't seem to understand your greeting.
I'll just tell him it's a gnomish thing.
Gnome's weird.
Yes, we are.
So what word from Bleached One?
What word from Bleached One?
Yes, what word from Bleached One?
He's doing well.
He looks puzzled.
It's me.
Is that a yes or a no?
Just say no.
Shrug, just shrug.
Just shrug.
I feel like I'm starting World War III.
Perfect, that's exactly the way we want to go.
On one hand, I really want to say no. On the other hand, I want to roll for it.
If you want to, you can roll for it and take whichever one you like.
Oh no.
See, even as yes, odd as no.
Yeah.
And if it's a 1, it's really bad, and if it's a 20, it's not so bad.
That's even. So that's a yes.
Okay, you say yes. He gestures to one of the gnomes nearby, who starts banging out a message over the drums.
No more goblins.
Seems to be some sort of code.
No, but no more goblins.
To a goblin.
Cool.
So it's a Nomish drum code?
Well, it's not a language. You pointed to a goblin to do it,
Oh,
but
right.
it's a
Okay.
bashing out some sort of
Gotcha.
signal. And you're hearing answering replies from all over the area with the sounds of horns.
Did you just start a war?
What the fuck did he do?
What?
Apparently the bleached one.
I think you just said the
connected?
bleach one just said yes. So I think you may have
want to
just.
figure out what the code is, or
Sure.
Can we hear this from outside?
Oh yeah, it's completely ringing all around the countryside around you.
Right. You may have literally started this war.
Hey, you rolled for it, so
Yeah.
it's fair, right?
What is word from bleach one? Yes.
Crow honestly didn't know where I was.
that's a 25.
And technically I could have said no
Okay,
and then
Goblin
possibly
War.
invoked the bleach
Okay,
one's wrath,
from
so-
what you know about goblins, they're basically calling them to march.
Yep, cool.
Oh,
Yep, war's on, guys!
What's the closest non-goblin
Sandpoint,
Sandpoint?
Yeah.
where your wife is.
My wife can look after herself. In fact, if the goblins go after her, I pity the fool.
Though you do know there are only 4 Hell Knights in total in Sandpoint.
because your wife was in Realport.
Is
Oh no, she came back to Sandpoint.
is Sir Hemorrhoid there as well?
Yes.
Okay, well, one can only hope.
You don't care about the Hell Knights except for that one.
There's a couple of Hell Knights I want to stick a boot into, but yeah, he's one of them.
He's got a list. He checks it twice.
But using your boots is not tiger style.
He's not.
He's got a leftover dragon style.
He's not worth tiger stuff.
He's not worth tiger style.
But he's going to go for Junk Punch style eventually.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a style for that soon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We should have gone seen the Borg. Well, they could have learned a lot.
Can I ask in Nomish if the bleach one is meeting up with you? Or meeting up?
He looks confused by your question. And he responds, he thought Bleach one not interfering.
Ooh.
But if the bleach one's not interfering, why did you just ask me a question?
I asked you what was his answer. I'd asked him, are you going to stand aside?
Oh. So the bleach one's that's interesting.
Anyone can take down this army, it's him.
And us.
Okay, excellent. Wonderful.
Can you be like, I meant no?
Just watch all the things that's cut out.
There's a reason I have backup characters.
I was this close to things like, I have a backup character, let's just lose parry. I was half tempted to go after that chief.
How soon are you going?
No.
Now. Oh, that's very short. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to stop for dinner first?
You're offering your tasty lieutenant?
No.
Then no.
Oh, okay. I'm not quite sure what I offered there, but alright.
You offered food.
Apparently I did. And I will do better next time.
Parry would have understood that one.
Oh yes. Parry's slowly losing intelligence.
Behind you, you see a whole bunch of these guys come in, dressed in armor, waiting for their king. Their chief.
Their chief.
Weren't we here to rescue someone? Yeah, we're here to rescue someone, weren't
Mm-hmm.
we? You don't happen to
Oh, here we go.
keep prisoners, do you?
He sort of picks his teeth. Sometimes they spoil.
Oh, so food reserves.
Isn't that what prisoner is?
Gotcha. Okay.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Snack.
Are your food reserves of prisoners currently full?
No.
Oh, we're missing some.
Could always have more.
Well, we all could. I mean, we all get hungry.
Promise not to eat gnomes.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Sentiment.
I don't know a mint.
Don't worry, I don't either.
No, I'm good with mint.
And cranberries, so I'm told.
Too bad Harry's not there.
Chief, go now. Chief, go ransack and pillage.
Which village?
Ransack and pillage.
Oh, ransack and pillage. Right, sorry.
Both happen same time.
Yes, yeah.
That's surprising.
Burn
You
later.
used two syllable
Burn
words
first,
in a
not so
sentence.
good.
If we were hungry,
Hmm.
where could we find your prison food?
Your stockpile.
Your stockpile of prisoners.
One somewhere around here. You find. Not worried. You steal, we kill.
Kill them or us?
Doesn't matter.
I suppose not. Okay. Best of luck on your campaign.
Hear that? Bleach one wishes luck.
Oh.
I feel like I've got a lineage of power I didn't want.
Really? You just figured that out now. After you've started a war and wished them luck. And they're happy.
This was in the bylaws of the Pathfinder Codex, right? Starting wars? Right? Someone?
Well, they had a bylaw about stopping wars.
Did they?
Yeah. Because it stabilizes the region.
Yeah, it was a questionable topic.
Technically, we could be heroes if we stopped the war.
Technically, yes.
Superhero syndrome. Start the war to stop
Start
it.
the war to stop it.
Okay, so the people outside see a bunch of heavily armed goblins coming out, and a couple of armed wargs with you've not seen full barding on a warg before.
Mm-hmm.
It does look impressive.
Yeah. They're just like,
Should we try and burn the bridge?
And the warg riders just run to the edge of the cliff and leap over the 60-foot gap.
Never
Nice.
mind. Yeah.
As the warriors just start moving towards you, where you're waiting by the front of the bridge, with that look of they're probably not going to stop whether you're there or not.
Okay, we're getting out of the way.
You might move. I assume I'm following out with them?
Well, it's up to you, because the king got on his lizard and went with them.
Shit.
Did the king jump over the gap already?
No, but he's coming along with the rest of his followers and looking very majestic.
Willie, we need to find the prisoner that is being kept here. So if you want to have a look around,
sure.
I'll go warn the others that I've just started a war.
I'll go warn the others about the war that I've started.
And here we are standing out here going.
We see
Everyone
Crow
looks
running
like
out.
all the
Guys,
goblins look like they're leaving.
So, where are the sacrifices being held?
You say that in Goblin? Yeah, as they're going past. Sandpoint, they say.
So all your you're marching all your prisoners to Sandpoint?
No, we're sacrificing Sandpoint.
What about all your prisoners?
We haven't got them yet. We're catching them in Sandpoint.
But aren't you killing all the baby goblins too?
Oh, they'll be dead before we get them.
Okay.
Rations.
Army marches on the stomach.
And then you see the king leap across the gap on his lizard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't burn the bridge.
At this point, I'm hoping I'm following.
I think at this point we're probably moving into the entrance
Yeah,
or
probably.
towards the entrance.
Okay, when you see the last of the goblins cross the bridge, the last one turns around and just swipes the rope.
What's that?
Ah,
That was rude.
So we're stuck here.
We were using that.
Cool.
You see the whole bridge fall down at that point as they start heading off.
Oh well.
I'm going to use my stealth and have a bit of a look around, see what I can see.
Okay.
I'll just inform the others. So they've gone to war.
So
Yes.
there are
we noticed.
two other
Yeah.
doors from the throne room.
They cut the bridge.
Do you want to go to the one closest
Yeah.
to the throne?
Why not?
Rather rude. We had a nice conversation and they went to war. How far is Perry
What did
along
you
with
say
this
to
arrow?
Is there anyone in the room?
You've managed to have it snapped off by the time the king, the
Apparently,
chief
yes.
leaps across.
Okay, cool.
You told him to go to
So what
war?
was it?
No,
Is there
there
anyone
was
in
a
the
loss in
room?
translation.
No,
Apparently, I told them
not
to
in
go
the
to
room
war.
you're in. You got left by
Oh,
yourself.
actually,
Don't have
speak-
an arrow
well,
in you.
listen to Goblin.
Okay.
So
No.
looking in it, you seem to have found what seems to be an armory that has been emptied. It looked like it had room for multiple sets of goblin-sized armor.
Mhm.
It was all set up neatly and logically, which
Seems weird.
is completely alien to you for any dealings you've had with goblins up until now.
Mm.
Goblins are not this organized normally.
Okay. They didn't leave anything behind.
No, they took everything.
Okay.
They emptied their armory.
There's not stuffing around.
I suggest we head in the
Okay.
kitchen and find what's her
Okay.
name soon.
So I just wander around the place looking for what I can find.
So then you walk into the next door and you find it's got access to a corridor with a room off it.
Yep.
Looking in the first room, it appears to have a butchery with hanging meats being smoked.
I don't try the meat. Just get
It reminds you of the meat from Riddle Plot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't try that meat. I go, no, I'm good.
They're moving a bit further around while they're still outside waiting for everyone to rush past them.
I don't think we're waiting for them to rush past. I think we probably get towards the entrance while they're still.
Mm.
And kind of as we're getting to the door, we see the bridge drop, and we're like,
Not much gap between the door and the bridge.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah, which is why when they came out as soon as people crossed the bridge. You're talking about the equivalent of 15 feet.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that was why they pretty much rushed out. If you go, yeah, they're coming, and then they're going. And you come into another room that has a stairwell going up into the guard tower.
Yep.
You go check out the guard tower.
Why not?
Okay, going up the stairs.
Now I'm stealthing, for I am a stealthy stealther.
Okay, just so you won't feel bad, you don't need to roll for this one because you're stealth all the way up and there's no one there.
Good.
Always pass
But
your
I
check
have a
if
sense
no
of
one can see
accomplishment.
You believe no one heard you.
Yeah. No one's in the room, and you don't make a noise.
You're
Unlike
extremely
the opposite,
stealthy.
which is, if there's no one alive to see you, you're still stealthy.
It's
So
like
what's
you
in the
can't
room?
you can't scream in space.
In the
or
room, you
something.
can
Yeah.
you can see all over the area. You can see across the gap and whole bunches of goblins getting banners together and forming into ranks. You've not seen that level of organisation in goblins before.
This is creepy.
They're almost acting like hobgoblins in that sense.
I like it. My character's like, that's really good. Okay, but if there's nothing interesting in the room, I'll head down.
Okay, you head down, then you meet up with the others coming through the doorway.
Yep.
Into the area with the feathered wings and the horse and dog heads mounted on the wall. Some of them look like Poppy.
Finding.
Point at the wings. A couple of nice daggers.
Should take them.
Feel free.
Can't reach. Tink, tink, tink.
They all come out extremely easily, even though they were embedded up to the hilt in stone.
Nice. How many are there?
6.
Wow.
One for you, one for you, one for you, two for you, one for me.
Okay.
I'm not good with this.
The one you have has a rune on it. It reminds you of all the runes you've seen around Varisia representing the Sahedron rune. the rune of the symbol that emphasizes the Runelords.
It probably means like to quest.
Well, it's also the symbol of Varisia.
Yep.
They've taken it, but it is a symbol representing the civilization more than 10,000 years ago. Meaning, if it's on this dagger, it's probably an old dagger.
Probably is a very old dagger. It's very sharp for an old dagger.
Doesn't look like it has shows anywhere otehr.
Nice.
Hey Perry, can you detect magic on these?
Pulls the dagger out of his normal sheath. Puts the new dagger in it.
What do I need to detect?
He goes to detect magic. Ding! There's magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
I cast Read Aura on it.
You spend 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Take 10 minutes.
It is not a short one to do.
Well, I mean,
It's
got nowhere else to go.
It's an exploration action. So while you're doing that, everyone else gets 300 actions.
Got nowhere else to go at the moment.
Is there anywhere else to go?
Yes, there is. There's another set of double doors you haven't been through yet,
I'll go through those.
and
Double doors.
another door right next to the double doors that you haven't been through yet on either side. So the pathway that led to the King's Chamber has a set of doors either side of it. You haven't tried those.
Mhm.
You've come from down the side passageway.
So we split the party and
You,
go
you
look in
did
the
see
room.
a barracks while you were coming past, which had some of the goblins that had left, which is where most of them would have stayed. And you want to go into the big double doors that you haven't been through yet?
Sure.
Okay, that leads you up to another one of those towers.
Okay.
The one on the other side of the opening. And sneak up that stairs. You're so good, no one hears you again.
I'm assuming the place is completely empty because goblins, but on the off chance.
Right.
Okay.
Wayfinder.
So up here you find
I'm not connected to Sandpoint.
a ballista up here, mounted with a bigger version of the arrows that they stuck parry with.
Nice.
The sort of thing that if you got that stuck in a giant, it would have the same effect as you stuck it in parry.
Yeah.
Is this area known for its giant population?
Giants are also one of the homelands of Varisia.
Okay. Alright. I'll pick one up, one of the bolts.
One of the bolts is as tall as you are.
That's okay.
Just
It's
lob it at
fairly hefty.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just lob
So-
it at
so-
the,
so think-
Especially considering it's made of metal.
So think,
Ow.
Sorry.
so think of the black arrow out of the Hobbit.
Yeah.
That
So
sort
I
of thing.
could maybe use it as a unwieldy spear.
Sorry, I
and-
tripped.
But yes, I'll pick one up and.
Okay. Seems to be made out of some sort of cold iron process.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Is that that's good against demons?
My plan is effectively when I see the party, I'll go, look what I found.
Okay, and coming back down the stairs, you go through one of the last areas you haven't been yet. While the other people will have probably wanted in this time. While
Yeah.
we've got quest going.
That's right.
Do you know how wayfinders work for the teleportee thingy? No.
Yes, if you find a rune circle that you've got.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so we can't get to
Inactivated.
Sandpoint.
But does it do? Doesn't do.
We
anything
can go back to Riddleport.
No, I was
Oh,
wondering
no.
if there's some way to get notification to one of the lodges that there's a war coming.
Okay, so you come into a large open space, open to the sky. Seems that there's a lot of paw prints here, almost the size of Poppy, which is where you think all the wargs were kept. Have a rack on the side where their armor was. Looks like it's designed that they have at least maybe one or two of them armed at a time.
Oh, that's very organised.
And that's where the rest of you see Willie wandering, carrying a big, strange-looking spear that reminds you of the arrow stick that was stuck in you.
Look what I found.
He got the enlarged version.
Of course he did.
Yours is bigger than Barry's.
Yeah, some people are just bigger than others. That's all. Is this something that might interest someone? I look at Doozer.
What would I need a big ballista spear for?
Do you even spear, bro?
It's cold iron. Looks like cold iron to me. Useful against certain creatures.
Do I know what cold iron is?
Yeah, you know it's some sort of metal.
Um,
You're not really that much into the Smith stuff, but you can give me a basic intelligence check.
How you doing there, Chief?
Pretty good. 19.
You may actually know what you can use cold iron for.
Sweet. Yeah, take that.
There's only one. There's only one.
There's only one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Did you work out what the dagger did?
Not yet. Find out in, I don't know, 2 minutes. So, taking this place isn't very big.
3 hours later.
Next episode.
Next episode of on the next episode of the next
It will
episode
get there
of
eventually
Pathfinder.
as it's continuing to load. Bluffing time happening.
Meanwhile, all the
If
war's
your
going down.
race weren't a bunch of bloodthirsty maniacs, these guys would have the right idea, I think.
These guys.
No, as in these goblins would have the right idea. You could certainly make a functioning and useful society from what I've seen so far.
The reason goblins are bloodthirsty maniacs is because they race to be antisocial. And then, the shamans bump you in the head every time you look like you're going to be smart. Permanent brain damage does that to a race.
Imagine what would happen if they didn't have that happen all the time.
I mean, it just goes to show. Organised religion is always the bane of a society.
So
Organized.
what you know about cold
Inorganised
iron
religion.
is it is deadly to demons and Fey alike. So basically it is a high grade iron content.
Could I get that made into something?
You could get it remade into something, yeah.
Sure, I'll take it.
There you go. I knew someone had had a use for it.
Get it smelted down.
I mean,
Okay.
the minute you smelted it, it doesn't have the same properties anymore.
Oh.
I think it's actually, yeah.
Right.
But he uses a speed.
Well, it's the forging of it. It has to be forged without heat.
Right, cold iron.
Yeah, you got to reforge it in a certain way if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
It is possible, but
Okay, so you find
something.
off that main exercise yard for the wargs, you find a storage set full of dog treats.
I guess we'll just call that your demon sticks.
Yeah. Hands and feet.
Yeah.
The unwanted hands and feet.
how
Not many
tall
people want to eat goblin feet.
No.
is this spear ballista thingy?
It's almost as tall as you are.
It's about 2 crow lengths.
Well, I mean, I
Two
think
grow lengths sounds about right.
I think Drew's is like 6'7" or something. So what are you grew, didn't
I'm
you?
7'2", mate. Sorry.
I was taller than you.
You used to be,
I
yeah.
was.
And on the edge of the, you also find a caged horse in the exercise yard for the wargs.
Really?
Yeah.
Has it been looked after, or has it been severely abused?
It had so the doors of that building has been nailed shut, and boards have been nailed all over it. You can see one of the heavily armored goblins lies dead
Ooh.
In his armour.
in his armor. The entire helmet has been caved in.
Next to the horse.
I have an
horses.
insane feeling I know which horse this is.
Oh, it's that horse.
That's not Jerky the horse, is it?
Do you look in?
No.
Do you... Oh.
No.
Jerky the horse looks nicer than this one.
Okay.
This one is staring directly at you. It just flicks its tail slightly.
Doozer goes up and tries to
Can I-
calm it.
Can I borrow that spear for a sec?
No.
Disappointed.
Doozer goes up and tries to calm the horse.
Well, you got to rip the door off first.
Don't.
I'm.
Do it.
Don't.
Do it.
Don't.
I do it.
Yeah.
Pull the things off. I shrug and I walk to the other side of the room.
You go see what Quest is doing.
Well, I go to the other side of the room where the door is, and I'm standing there.
Okay,
so
so
when it bursts out and starts murdering,
Athletics check.
Pardon?
I close the door.
Athletics.
yeah.
Yeah. For the door first.
Ah!
Natural one.
No. It's 13.
13. You see dudes are straining, muscles popping all over the place, all up the arm.
Parry's turn.
And nothing seems to happen.
Can I
Parry's
try
turn.
again?
You can try again. Use your legs.
Use my legs.
There you go.
That's better. So was that 21?
Okay, and then Dooza tries again. You can see muscle straining, eyes popping, sweat pouring down, and then slowly, ever so slowly, this creaking sound as the door starts to rip off. And it takes almost a whole minute of pulling for Dooza to rip the door off.
What weapon has the downed goblin got?
No weapon.
No weapon.
No.
But he's got armor on.
It's got armor.
That's got armor on because he was partly squished in the door.
You can get a full set of goblin plate armor.
You could.
Could.
And
That'd
you
be cool. That'd be cool.
you see inside there's a horse there with what appears to be both its front legs completely drenched in goblin blood.
Ooh.
Yep.
It's got goblin blood dripping down from its mouth, and it's crisscrossed with so many carts.
This isn't Thingy's horse, is it?
Jerky the horse.
No,
No.
Shalelu's horses,
Oh, is that Jerky?
That's
is it?
Jerky the
Oh.
horse.
yeah, so the one that Shalelu gave me is what he calls jerky.
Oh.
Because
Yeah,
he hates that
that's
horse.
the name. Jerky.
It's not
But I thought
jerky.
Shalevi had her own different personal horse.
Yes, but she had it with her. This might be the one she gave to Miko,
Oh, right.
which would make sense.
Well, there's been no screaming, so far so good.
Probably haven't got the door off.
Yeah.
So I will give you a handle animal check first to see what it does.
Oh, come
So nature.
on.
So the dice are trying to kill you.
Yeah, they really are.
So they tried to save you first.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Yes, you can't get in. I'll
Yeah.
try again.
I'll try again.
Well, we tried.
Okay, we tried. Yeah, cool.
Can I re-roll that?
Yes, you can re-roll that.
That's better.
Your dice is like, okay, we
Okay,
warned
if you really want to die today.
We warned you about the evil horse. Jerky's long
24.
lost older brother.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Who was
He-
far superior, went to college football.
he needed to get
Yes.
trained from someone, right?
Yeah. I need training to run into a goblin. army.
Shalelu's trained probably lots of war horses.
Okay, so he does respond well to you.
Yep.
And he does look past you at the others with menacing eyes.
It's a horse.
Yeah, don't worry about. I point to Willie. I'm sure you could take him.
It seems to be giving Willie the death stare right now.
Yeah. It's like don't worry. Your I'm gonna presume friend or relative has.
You can't speak with animals.
No, I'm talking to him
Yeah,
normally.
nice calming.
Nice, calming or manner.
Dude's just going insane.
Because I think we learned there is no such.
Not in the
Spell.
main spell book. There might
No.
be in the other ones.
Yeah, I think I still need to look that up. But that's fine.
There is
Uh,
awaken.
Fun.
You can awaken it.
No. No.
Well, Shalelu can talk to horses, and they seem to understand her, so I need to ask her.
Shalella's probably too busy dealing with, the war.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone can warn them before they get there, it would be her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's probably already fucked off.
Oh yeah.
She may just hire a note to an arrow and hit the head Hell Knight with it.
Because that's going to
It
end
still
well.
counts as a delivery. I mean,
Considering that they do, want her for crimes against them.
She's just like sticking the root finger up many times at them.
She also shot them.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just looking at the weight of the plate.
I wonder if I say Shalelu's
Doesn't
name, if it
It'd
sort of
be less for a small
recognises.
creature.
It seems to.
Potentially.
Okay.
Well, Shillelagh has been
I've
around
got-
for over
I
100
can
years.
carry bulk
Yeah.
5.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
say I
bulk
presume
4.
you're one of Shalelu's
I'm already one light
war horses.
away from my bulk.
I'm friendly. He's not. Kick him in the balls if you need to.
It seems to start trying
Hey!
to push towards him.
You can't hear what I'm telling you though.
Can't I?
No, not right now. Not right now. Only if he annoys you.
It starts moving towards him again. She seems to be restraining the horse. He's giving you the death stare.
You and horses, seriously.
Come get some.
Well, Willie knows why the goblins have this hatred for horses. He understands it completely.
Feel it in my soul.
You might have a little goblin in your ancestry.
No.
Wouldn't that be funny if you were like quarter goblin or something? That would be
How could you
great.
be if you're 7'2"? I mean, come on.
You just got over it. That's all.
I got it. I got over that genetic predisposition.
we don't talk about your auntie's side.
It's the reason why you're wanted with all the goblins, because you're too tall.
Okay, so yes, you finish your thing and you touch it and it comes off as yes, it's magic.
What's the school?
Its school is
Magic. Sorry.
divination.
Cool.
Divination.
That might come in handy. But what it means.
You didn't just stab yourself?
No.
Dink.
No, he's putting it.
I'm
in
sorry,
one
I
of,
was just teasing you.
he's putting it in one of those convenient holes that.
Where
that
the arrow's
somehow-
just pointing right towards his thing, so when he falls over, he goes.
No. I've got this really convenient hole, which I picked up yesterday when I got shot by Shillelagh.
No, a holster.
I keep hankies in there.
It goes all the way through. Magic. Okay, so yes. While he's busy doing that, you do find that there is also a back passageway heading off behind, next to where the horse is, which you never quite got to because the horse really was, interesting, and a triply planked nailed door is really interesting in a goblin community. Especially as you can see parts of goblins stuck inside.
Considering it took Doozer a minute once he actually got there to get that off.
Yeah. Guys, what's happening here?
Since Quest isn't here.
And then Quest wanders in.
Oh, okay. In that case.
Well, it's been a while calming the
Yeah,
horse.
that's okay.
And then the horse looks more agitated the moment you step in.
Oh, went out the full plate.
Right below the horse.
It's very pretty. It's not a fucking horse.
And you can see he's completely drenched in goblin blood, covered in enough scars that would award him more than chief status in any goblin tribe.
Didn't you kill that horse?
Wouldn't let me.
So this is a different horse.
Yes. It used to be locked behind that door.
Why did you let it out?
I did.
What?
Wouldn't give me the spear so I could get rid of it.
Starts a war, lets the horse out. That is
I know,
very
right?
pretty male.
Do I hear Quest complaining?
Yep.
I tell the horse that
I'm speaking
Shillelagh tolerates
No, I'm
that
speaking
one.
in
She
goblin.
doesn't want him dead yet.
It's still now, it's not even looking at Willie. It's now only looking at Quest.
Shillelagh doesn't want him dead yet. Shillelagh doesn't want him dead yet.
I'm a gnome.
Is this the elf's horse?
I think Shillelagh. It's either one of Shillelagh's or one of Shillelagh's trained and given to Amiko. That's the only explanation why it's here.
Okay.
Can I try and take the plate armor off the goblin core?
Yep, you walk over and drag it away. It doesn't. The horse isn't even looking your direction. It's still looking at the gnome who used to be a goblin.
That's fine. I'll drag it halfway across the room and then start dismantling it.
Yep. The whole faceplate was crushed in,
Yeah, I'm not taking that off. That's going to stay.
and you managed to take the rest of it off, leaving the helm in place.
Yep.
It's a bowl now.
Well, it looks like it was designed to work together.
We will keep this for you when you can wear it.
Are you interested in wearing it?
Let's see, shall we? And he goes and he tries to pick up the arm guard.
It's heavier than you expected.
Yeah.
You can't even. He's dragged it across. You can't even pick it up.
No.
That's why I dragged it.
Doozle comes up and he's like, picks it up. It's like,
You-
what's
you
your
can't-
problem?
You can't even seem to lift it.
I can't even seem to lift it. What?
Huh.
Like, huh?
Are there runes on this thing?
You're right. Yes.
Oh.
Is it tied to the bloody goblin that it's wearing?
May the goblin that is able to wear this have the power of a goblin.
Are those runes written in Nomish?
No.
Okay.
They are written in, as far as you can tell, Goblin, which you've never actually read before.
Yeah, that's weird.
What does the rune say? Hi.
Looking at it, you are supposed to actually see goblin words somewhere. It's not something you're used to actually seeing. It's normally known as a spoken tongue, and it does say for the honor of Lamastu, the god, the
Goddess
mother
of
of monsters,
Oh.
and also god of goblins.
Hmm.
Hey, aren't you carrying the thing of Lamastu?
Yes.
Obviously, it's
But he's not a
yours.
follower of Lamastu,
That is true.
and Lamastu doesn't play well with others.
So maybe if you decided to change sides, you could have this.
Pick a side.
Or just start a war, you know.
Yeah, right. The answer is no, I'm not particularly interested in the armour, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I thought
Yeah.
it looked cool.
I'd have to get like braces of ogre strength or something before I could even begin to wear it. And I'm not going to the gym.
Until you just bench press your banjo.
You can barely do that at the moment.
That being said, it might fit you.
Well, if from what we've just said that this Lemestu goddess requires you to believe in them in order to wear this, I probably would be able to wear this.
I mean, you could change sides.
I just started a war. I think that's enough for today. Thank you.
I mean, you're already on the right path.
So, just see what's just generally around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once we get the horse out, and hopefully it believes me when I say Shalelu doesn't want Quest dead yet, even though it probably still stares daggers at him.
So you see you didn't really have to look too much to
Oh,
do that. There is still a corridor leading off to the north, which they didn't go and explore because they were too busy trying not to be killed by the horse. There's you've looked at most of the places to the south, but there's still one door near the King's Throne Room you haven't opened.
To the door!
And so you can either go through the north area or through the south area.
Quest is going to sketch out the goblin writing.
Mm-hmm.
Take a record of it. This proves my theory.
Parry's going north.
And from what you can tell, only the priest of Lamastu are permitted to read and write.
Let's stop being a priest.
Quest of many hats.
Well, Quest can change his hat quite easily.
I know, that's why I said it that way.
Okay, so you open a door heading north, and inside you find what appears to be a table with a map on it and chairs around it.
Ooh.
A sort of roundish table with a really nice looking seat at one end.
What's on the map?
The region around Sandpoint.
Let's say I've got purple.
Have any flags or armies or?
Has little metal figures sitting on top.
What?
It's not goblin stuff.
No,
At
it's
all.
probably worth sketching.
And most of the little figures are of little goblin shapes. Most of them carrying what looks to be little torches. There is one of them that seems to be hitting itself in the head. One of them that seems to be grabbing its own crotch.
Yep. So,
And by the looks of things, they represent all the different tribes.
okay. So, do we have a map of the region?
This is probably the most detailed map you'll see.
You know, do we have a map of the region?
We probably would have gotten one beforehand.
Right.
But more of a larger area map than this really
Detailed.
detailed one.
That's fine. Quest is just going to mark down the locations of all the goblins and then mark which tribe the figures represent, and then take all the figures.
Is the map on the table removable?
Yep.
Okay.
Does the map on the table show another way other than the bridge to get out of this place?
It does not.
We should probably take that map as well. Just in
Doesn't
case.
even show this place.
Actually, if we can take that map, I'll just mark on that map where everyone was.
Okay. You take that map as well. You got the figures and the map.
Yay! Now you just need a GM screen.
Anything else around in this area?
Very nice comfy chair at one end.
And that's the end of the room?
That was the end of that room, and there was another door beside it. You just went through the first door. Okay, so going through the next door, you see two doors side by side, and they both have the face of a demon on it.
Oh, that's delightful.
Don't know which demon.
What's behind door number 1?
No.
Demon Lord Hank!
Does
Even with all your time in the abyss, it just seems to be the.
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
Does Doozer recognize the demons, or is it just demon?
It looks demonic in the sense of most demons do not have symmetrical faces,
Can I make
which
a
is your first thing I was saying must be a demon because the faces don't look very symmetrical.
Would
Door
a
wants its
religion
map
roll
on it.
help?
Possibly.
I will attempt to religion it.
But one thing you do know about demons is you can have two demons of the same species look completely different.
Two mat
Because
demons?
they are creatures of chaos.
That makes sense.
Be careful, there may be two mat demons. Oh my god, that's Jason Bourne!
Yeah, it's not too bad. That's 24.
Two mat demons.
Okay.
How demon are these demons?
These demons look like a warning sign.
So they're a warning, not actual specific demon like references. Okay. I will let the rest of you know that these are warnings, not actual demon.
Cool, opening up door number
So
1.
they one off.
I don't speak demon, so no.
Definitely.
Harry's moving quickly. There's a war starting and we need a Miko.
Okay, you open the first one and look in, you see an empty room with an obvious secret door at the back.
With an obvious secret door at the back.
I rolled for it.
Okay.
You got a 14 on the dice, assuming you had any form of perception, you noticed it.
Great.
Okay, knowing that there's a poorly secret hidden door in that room, what's behind door?
Oh, your wisdom. That's right.
Yeah, with them.
I was like, I thought my perception was good, but shit.
I got +10 to perception.
I have 8.
Opening door number 2, you see a stairwell going down.
Do you want stairs or secret door?
Secret tunnel.
Secret door, 2A.
You can't always split the body.
No.
I don't think
You've already started a war. Shush.
Teleport trap. Teleport trap?
Wayfinder.
Okay. So, opening the door, you see a room full of different sized chests.
Chests.
All stacked up on each other.
Flashback to Pathfinder training.
Yeah, flashback to Pathfinder training. What's in the chest? Flick, 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 flick.
Goes back to Pathfinder training. That's a mimic.
They're all mimics.
So what, you want to just start opening chests? Could you get Ariadne a solo, please?
I did get it. I'm getting up for tea anyway.
That would
so.
be great, thank you.
I'll
You just watch as Perry starts opening chests?
pretty much.
Yeah!
So do you open the bottom one first?
Sure.
So are these stacked on top of each other?
Yes, that was why I said was he opening the
Yes.
bottom one first.
So he's going to open the first one. You can't open it because all the other ones are on
Give
top.
me
I've
an athletics
realised-
check.
I've realised my mistake.
No, we want to see this strength. Come on.
Toughest wizard known to man. 7.
7. Okay, apparently the lid is locked by some means you can't identify. All the chest on top of it is obviously not the answer, but it has actually, this bottom one is just as severely very secure onto its base.
I open the top chest.
Okay, so you reach up and start trying to lift the top chest. Give me a acrobatics roll.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
That's a bit better. I can do that
How
one.
tall is it?
About 10 feet up. So probably more about
I'm
the
going to
8
climb
feet
in
up,
some chests.
up to the pretty much up to the roof.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay, so you see him go. I can get as the thing you do,
Thunk.
and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage to the face.
I'm doing well this. I'm doing well this week.
Yeah, it's doing what happens when you try and lift things with a leg injury.
And give me a reflex saving throw.
Reflex saving throw. No, 16. 13.
13. Okay, so as the chest hits you, its lid pops open and the blade swings out.
Ow.
And you take 9 points of damage as well as get to make a fortitude save.
As well as afforded. Oh my goodness me.
This was the actual trap.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
They didn't check for traps.
He did. He checked the bottom one, it wasn't trapped.
Yeah, exactly. I checked the bottom one.
This is worse.
He
than
used-
the
Wait, he found a mimic?
No,
No,
I
use
found a
the
sword and
old-
a thing that's now really hurting me.
Ow.
He
He,
found
he pulled a trap box on top of it.
used the old face taking.
I'm gonna use a
method.
reroll on that one.
Do we actually have anybody that can detect traps?
I assume
Everyone
he just
came
roll
with
a
perception.
dice.
Sorry?
Everyone came with perception.
Just high perceptions.
17.
And you got Mr. Perception over there. Okay, so it's for a 17, you see the rusted blade stuck in your arm,
Ow.
That was painful.
and flakes of it come off as you pull your arm off.
Pulls his arm off.
Oh,
As he takes his arm off the blade.
you're gonna have metal bits in your arm now.
Hey, I wonder what weird kind of disease you're gonna get.
Tetanus.
Probably. That's fine.
But hey, he felt he did well with that, not getting anything too critical in his arm at the same time.
Yeah.
And no broken arm either.
Nope.
Very
Still haven't
impressive.
broken anything.
So you do notice his nose is slightly off to the side.
Yet. That's fine.
He's embracing his dwarven heritage.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I'm still standing.
Yup.
So,
Which is a difference.
Buffest wizard known to man.
I'll prepare my medicine stuff.
Thanks.
As I'm preparing, I was like, so what did we learn?
Who cares about what we learned? What did
Use
we
our
learn?
eyes and not our lack of muscles, okay? Did I learn good?
Yes.
I've been hanging out with goblins too much.
Yeah, it's gonna take Parry weeks to get his smarts back.
Okay,
Oh,
so
crap.
while he's saying that, you hear he's getting harder and harder to talk until his mouth just locked shut.
Oh.
That was the actual poison. It's called lockjaw.
Oh. Ow.
That's funny.
That would explain a lot.
Was that the poison through the arrow or the sword?
The sword.
Oh, okay. The arrow's probably gonna be thinking it kills me soon.
No, it doesn't kill you. It just stops you from being able to talk.
Oh, yeah,
That's
spell
great.
virtue.
For how long?
Until you get free of the poison.
Great.
That's hilarious.
It's called the filthy slasher trap.
Huh. Nice.
With the disease called lockjaw. I just read it going, I'll use that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh look, Harry finally shut up.
But he's still making noises.
Yeah, but he
You know
can't.
what's funny? I'm not the chatterbox here. He is. Yeah, exactly.
I know. This is just poking fun at you.
Right.
Great.
So while they're off doing that, Quest gingerly sticks his head over the edge of the box.
Yep.
25.
And so the blade box was just a trap balancing on top for the person who would, knock it over and hit themselves with it. Like any goblin, any self-respecting goblin would do.
Yep.
Would probably have taken out the
I've been
goblin,
hanging out with goblins too much. That's my.
And going through it, basically there are 2 levels of chests above that. Each one of them is just full of salt water.
It's 9 o'clock.
Salt water.
Easy to get because they're out in the ocean.
Yeah, yeah.
There's 1.1.
And you put a chest of salt water on top of what you're protecting. Most goblins can't get it off.
Too heavy.
Mm-hmm. So you are having to use the help of everyone else to go. And then by the time you get to the bottom chest, which is the one Parry was trying to do, that one wasn't trapped. And inside it, you find piles of coins, all in neat little bags. So you find 8 bags of copper, 3 bags of silver, 1 bag of gold, and a bag of gems.
Nice.
Was it 3 bags of silver?
Yes.
Yep, there were 3 bags of silver.
So 8 copper, 3 silver, 1 gold, 1 gem.
And what's a bag worth?
Well, most of the bags have a lot of coins in it.
Okay.
I presume they mix coins and would have to maybe look them later, but...
And underneath the bags you find what appears to be a well-made chain shirt.
Well,
Looking like it was Alvin make.
Any distinctive markings on it?
It has what you've recognised as the styling of Crying Leaf, which is the Elven community to the north, not far from Riddleport, where the Elven princess had come from.
Mm-hmm. Is
Okay.
there anything written on it?
No, it's just a well-styled chainmail.
Right.
And underneath that, you see a really nice set of manacles.
Huh.
A really nice set.
Made out of cold iron.
Monocles, that's cool.
Sorry, monocles?
Manacles.
Oh, manacles, not so cool.
Well, I mean,
Well, it's still
Depends on
cool
how
because it's
you
cold
use
iron. And right next to that, a scimitar of unusual quality. Doesn't seem to be made out of metal at all.
I did my roll. I did DC 20 and I got a 24.
Mm-hmm.
But I realised I forgot to mention, am I supposed to declare the DC first before rolling?
If you're doing a higher form of healing, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise,
alright.
you're just only doing the base form of healing.
Okay, alright. Next time I'll do that in future.
What was that, to deal with the poison or to deal with the
I can't cure poison. I don't have any.
I think you can give him a bonus to poison.
Um,
Poison checks.
What was the thing before the scimitar?
It was before the scimitar was the manacles.
It's tree poison.
Oh, manacles.
'Cause you
Yeah,
can-
it's usually. Oh, there we go. Tree poison is a separate action, apparently.
Yeah.
Take it you can't wear armor.
But it is an action.
Yeah. So I'd have to make another roll.
Does
Yep.
Doozer wear armor?
Doozer wears height armor, so I probably could. Depends if it's
That's 11,
better than
so
my
you'd
high
have to
armor.
21.
I
Yeah,
think
back
it's,
to
I think
full.
it's almost
So would you like to do a
guaranteed be better
poison
than your
check?
hide armor.
The
No, I'll do a
question
poison
is,
check.
What is it?
will it fit you?
Attempt a medicine check, it's poison's DC apparently. So.
I know the DC of the poison.
Or you could just wear it as a skirt.
Because Doozer would totally do that.
Can I re-roll that?
Chainmail.
You can, but there's not many left. Yes.
That's fine.
Do you guys want me to use it or not?
If you're healing parry, just use it.
Alright,
Well-
I'll use it then.
I mean, what happens if you don't use it?
If he gets a critical failure, he can make Parry's roll harder for the next chance. He has to do all poisons.
But if I succeed this, it might make his roll easier to
Right. Okay.
stay off.
Basically, give him advantage or disadvantage. Is that right?
No, I get pluses.
Oh, you get
It
plus.
gives him
okay.
+4 circumstance bonus. Oh no, +2, sorry.
Plus 2.
If he
And
critically
plus two.
succeeds, it's a +4.
Yeah.
If he succeeds, it's a +2. If he critical fails, he gets a -2.
Yeah.
Right.
If you fail, I get.
Oh,
What's your dex?
My dex is +2.
It's
No, sorry, +1.
it will give you a +1 to your AC,
that's 29.
but it's noisy.
29. Oh, that would be a critical success.
Oh, sweet.
So next time you check, you'll have a
I
+4 on
think
top
my
of your.
hide gives
fortitude.
me. The
Okay, so
Well, I'm stuck like this for a while, so.
For a little bit.
Plus
Yeah.
X.
and then
So this is 4 plus dex.
because you've got the
And it could also be
scimitar
used to
not
work
made out of
magical.
metal.
Where's it made from?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You can't tell.
Oh.
It's just not made out of metal. It
See if it
has
fits.
does not have a feel of metal at all.
Fits overhead.
Does it look like potentially bone or?
It could be wood, but you've never heard of wooden weapons that much.
Does it look like it's made by a specific race?
Does look elven make.
Hmm.
Underneath that one, you see a golden holy symbol of Saren Ray on a jade necklace.
Oh, this might be what's her name's stuff.
Yeah, is this Miko stuff?
She's not a follower of Saren Ray as far as you
Oh.
know.
So,
Oh.
It's funny because I have a favourite.
And at the
so-
bottom of the chest is a fine blue silk gown with silver trim worth quite a lot.
Oh, just what I've always wanted.
Well, you could then join Doozer in his kimono
Yeah.
with the open front,
what was it? A fine blue robe.
a fine blue silk gown with silver trim.
I wouldn't mind picking that up if nobody minds.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, just imagine you going to your next bout in the arena just in this robe.
It's for my wife. Please.
Oh come
Actually,
on,
I
Doozer
just
was like
got-
really proud for a second,
Means
thinking
I'm-
you would join him in wearing a kimono or
I
dress.
Just got the image of Willy walking up in the robe and a pair of boxers into the ring. It's Willy on Kenobi!
The dress
And he's
makes
doing
me
this
feel
for his
confident.
wife. So yes, so yes, you did find quite a few different things down there.
So is it? It's chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that
4
we've
plus 1.
stolen all this stuff, does that mean that the chief of chiefs is going to murder us?
Quite possibly.
That's fine.
No, we died on the island.
Did we?
Sure.
Oh,
Hmm.
I didn't think you could take your ill-gotten gains with you.
Someone else must have come in and looted the place.
Is there still a downstairs area that we haven't looked at?
Yes, there's still the downstairs area you haven't looked at.
Have we done pillaging this chesty area?
I just want to make a quick roll on this, the scimitar.
Yep.
What's the roll to identify like an elven weapon or something?
Well, it does look elven to you.
Hmm. There's no other way to identify it further than that apart from like a magic identification.
Unless you could understand who the crafter was or know the crafter.
Does it have any symbols or
It has
anything?
no
on it?
symbols on this one at all. It's unadorned.
Okay.
But given it's in a thing with Elven,
And I'm trained in enough martial weapons, I assume I might know of its
Well, it is a scimitar. So
existence. Okay. I may take that if everyone's okay with that.
you pick it up.
how dare you?
Sure, I'll pick it up.
Okay, it feels extremely lightweight in your hands.
Okay.
I pick up the holy symbol of ceremony.
Yep. Is Serenray your god?
Samurai picks up you.
It does glow faintly.
Don't know when. I have to go back and watch the videos, but I've got a favour of Sarah and Ray somewhere.
I'm sure you went that one. Maybe you saved a priestess.
Maybe.
Alright.
What's the number we're putting down for these items?
Okay, I put that down as room C24.
C24.
Yeah, because that will remind me of what I need to remember about those.
Assume we take the gold and coins.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Hi, sweet Witcher.
Who's taking the scimitar?
Kroll's got it.
Kroll's got it.
yeah.
It's an elven scimitar.
Do you pull it out of its sheath?
Oh.
Okay, as you pull it out, it starts to glow.
What colour?
Blue.
Quest leaves the room.
It's like,
It sort of dulls a little bit as he leaves the room.
Ah.
yeah, I'm sorry, my head went straight to orcs.
Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't have like sting written on the side or anything like that, does it?
Death.
Stung.
But orcs also fall into the same category as goblins, almost the elves.
Yeah, no, we've seen a few of those now.
Okay, I'll put it away.
But at least you know, as long as you got Quest near, you've got a light source.
Oh, so it was reacting to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just glowing in general. Okay.
Nope.
But the brighter it is, the closer he is.
Interesting.
I know exactly what this is.
It's almost completely useless.
Are the goblins near? Yes. Are there still goblins near? Yes.
That's it.
Well, it's another martial weapon, I think, so I can use those.
Okay.
Is there any other special properties on the Elven Mage Chainmail apart from what's listed in like the armor table in the book?
Well, in this case, it is basically just a nice set of chainmail, not actual magical item,
Yeah.
and it has been made by a master crafter.
Okay.
So it's not magical in any way.
Yeah, no, so it will have just the standard flexible, noisy
It acts as
Plus 4.
chainmail.
dex. Yeah. So my AC goes up by 1,
And you get to jingle.
and I get to jingle.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Doomsday wasn't exactly stealthy to begin with.
We got an off-tune bun jingly orc. Okay.
How dare you?
No,
But hey, Tuesday, you can join my band.
he plays awfully, remember?
He plays awfully well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. An off-tune, an off-tune goblin.
No, but
and a
see,
jingly
you say
orc.
it that way and he doesn't get offended.
Hey, just because you can't hit the notes.
So if you run a stick across
Don't
your,
need to
your
try.
chainmail, you can join the band.
No, shush. Don't give dudes right ears.
So, aside from the downstairs area, is there anywhere up here we haven't?
No, you've
Sorted
looked all
out.
the areas up here. Everything else looks like they have pretty much cleared out everything of importance to go to the war effort.
Do we have the horse with us?
The horse is still standing in the courtyard area.
Okay.
Staring at you.
Wait, didn't we go downstairs? Have
Did
we
we go
gone?
down?
You haven't
We're
gone
not going
downstairs.
Okay, so we'll go downstairs.
Just for having the horse
Okay.
like poke its head through the door and be like,
Yeah, well, eventually we'll lead the horse out, but I don't.
Will we?
Yes.
Eventually, we'll lead the horse down the ground and drop the cable.
Yes.
This horse is so tough. We could probably.
I'm speaking Goblin. You can't understand me.
Actually, some of them have got their comprehend languages still going.
Yeah, us
Yes,
too.
these two.
He also
The
understands
only one who
Yeah.
can't understand you is.
Awesome.
Doozer probably gets the inkling that I need to kick you in the face.
Yeah, I'm sure you just feel like that normally though.
Especially more just then.
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing at an in joke.
Okay, so as you come
Doozer feels left
come
out.
down the stairs, you see a large table surrounded by chairs, fills much of this room. North is covered with scribblings in chalk. A more detailed map of Sandpoint is on the table here than what was upstairs.
Oh right, Sandpoint in particular.
And it has writing all over it with lines and notations.
Cool. What's the language?
It is written in Varisian.
I speak Varisian, funny enough.
Can't remember if I do or not. Oh, I do. Yes. Sorry.
Most people should.
Yeah.
It is the local language.
Yes.
Though Shoanti would have thrown
Yeah.
far more of you off.
Yeah.
And what does it say?
It is basically describing the previous year's assault on Sandpoint.
Right.
Noting down how far to go, where the best vantage point to shoot the priest was, and all the various other things that were going on, including stealing the bones.
Hold the donkey. Shoot the priest.
Yeah.
Yep.
This sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yes.
You were there for that.
Yeah.
You became the priest for that.
Yep.
So it's been a year since the last festival, which means the festival's going to be going on again.
It is going to be coming on again, yes.
No.
I think we need to get to Sandpoint, guys.
We need this map.
Faster than an army of goblins.
Well, this one describes the previous year's attack.
Yeah.
The one upstairs seems to be describing what they're doing
I
now.
wonder if interlopers are mentioned.
And it also described retreating after certain events have happened. So they weren't actually trying to take the town; they were just trying to distract the town.
Yeah, I think we guessed that after in the aftermath.
Their whole job was to look
Yep.
intimidating and
Yeah,
send the most stupid of them into the city with fire.
So this was the plan for last year, or this is
That was
an
mine.
analysis
Oh, that's
of
not
the
yours.
plan
That's not
that
mine.
occurred last year?
This was the plan for last year.
Right.
It also included timing of certain things, including collection of sacrifices.
Interesting.
So people would be brought from Sandpoint to here.
So where is Amiko?
Anything else in the room?
Okay, there is a door on the other side of these tables, and there's a door also to the south of you. So you can choose to go through the southern door or the one across the room.
There goes again.
Go south.
I'm doing well.
Okay. You take the southern door, and you find yourself in a passageway which opens up into another room.
There should be a D6 as well down
It's underneath you.
Okay, so you find this room full of intricate paintings done with mud, blood, and paint. Most of them show goblins engaged in some sort of violence against humans, horses, or dogs. One picture on the north wall is at least 3 times the size and complexity of the other scrawlings. It shows Thistletop from the side, the goblin stockade perched atop of it like a crown. A cave has been drawn into the centre of the image, and looming inside what appears to be an immense muscular goblin with snake-like eyes, and a dog slicer in each tail and hand.
I presume that's depicting Chief.
And if it's the scale, the goblin would be at least 30 feet tall.
Yeah. There's something else in this
Wow.
island.
Can I roll bardic law there?
Yep.
It's a 14 plus 8, which would be 22.
Okay, from what you've heard of goblin lore, goblins avoid Thistletop. Which is where you are.
Yep.
No one ever said why goblins avoided Thistletop.
That's not a depiction of Lamashu. Okay.
The Marshu never appears as a goblin.
Okay. So there's some other monstrous goblin here.
Here. Right.
And there is another door continuing deeper into the place.
Just for interest,
Mhm.
my character's going to have a look at the pictures of the goblin murdering a horse, or murdering horses. I'm going to take the nicest one that isn't that huge one on the wall. And, yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll take it with
Into the spank bank?
Spank bank.
Okay. You're really touched by the way the blood and the gore and the feces really make it come out.
Jesus.
It just speaks to you.
Might be worth something in a museum.
The problem is getting it off the wall.
Because they're painted onto the wall, right?
Oh, really? It's not one that's like on a canvas or anything?
The canvas is the wall.
Ah,
Yeah, the cave paintings.
oh well.
But they are intricate cave paintings.
Okay.
Parry's moving towards the other door.
Okay, so Perry starts moving on while you're
Deeper
admiring.
or back?
No, deeper.
He likes to go deeper.
I've seen what I've needed to see. I can't say anything. So I'm just gonna keep on moving.
That's
can't you
right.
say
You've got
anything?
lockjaw.
Lockjaw.
Oh, though you've probably taken to humming to yourself.
A shrug and move on.
Okay, you find yourself in a four-way intersection. Behind you is where the others are. Off to the left is a long corridor, to the front is a long corridor, and to your right is a set of double doors. Looking at it, the doors this is in the western wall that you're looking at. The faces has faces carved into it in the images of horrible deformed monsters trying to claw their way out of a pregnant woman of all races. So it looks like all different races trying to claw out of a pregnant woman.
Wow.
Which you do recognise, especially as a goblin, as basically a symbol of Lamester.
So you goblins are very talented.
Hmm. Actually, I'm beginning to think this might not be goblin mate. It's very tall for a goblin.
So do you want to go down one of the other areas or go for this Lamastu door?
Shall we go through the Lamastu door?
Sure.
Alright.
Yes.
Possibly the church for the place?
No.
Yeah, try the handle.
No?
It opens to your touch. Both doors. It's a big set of double doors. You touch one and both doors just open.
Ominous creaking.
No creaking at all, which is even more ominous.
Yeah, I'm gonna step
What the
back.
hell is going on with you goblins? This is just weird.
Goblins don't come here.
Okay.
Don't come here.
So, you see what appears to be a elaborate chapel in here. Stone fonts containing frothy dark water sit to the north and south of the entrance of the room, and twin banks of stone pillars run the length of the stone chamber. At the far western end, the shallow stairs rise to a platform about 2 feet off the ground. The walls surrounding this platform are lit by hanging braziers that emit glowing red smoke, giving the place an unnerving crimson lighting that throws their bas-relief carvings of countless monsters feasting on fleeing humans into lurid display. A black marble altar stone, its surface heaped with ashes and bone fragments, squats before a 10-foot tall statue. The sculpture depicts a very pregnant but otherwise shapely naked woman who wields kukuri in each tail and hand and has a long reptilian tail, bird-like tail and feet, and the snarling head of a three-eyed jackal with a forked tongue. The left kukuri flickers with a fiery orange light, while the right one glows with a cold blue radiance.
I mean, the kukri, the K-U-K-R-I.
Yeah,
The bent knives.
bent knives.
Okay.
And you recognise that as the statue of Lamester, without even having to roll for that one.
Yep.
That was the sort of thing beaten into all goblins. and nearly every shaman worships that. And as you are looking into the room, you see two sets of glowing eyes appear with a giant hound slowly appear behind those eyes. Sit and they just look at you and sit and stare.
How far away is it?
The rune itself is. Let me look at the 30 feet up to the stairs, with another 10, 15 feet from the bottom of the stairs to the back where the statue is, and they appear about 20 feet in.
Okay, so this hound thing's 20 feet away.
Guess we should go pay our respects.
Sure, you go pet the doggy first.
Yeah, my kid's looking at you like you're a crazy person. What?
Is it on the dais or is it?
They are in the area where most of the worshippers stand.
So there are worshippers there.
No, the hounds that have just appeared in the area.
Yep.
Standing where worshippers would normally stand.
Right.
Not the priests. And they're staring.
Okay, fine.
And Puppy is basically hiding behind you right now.
Yeah, big scary doggies.
Quest will go up and. Hi, puppies.
Here we go.
Okay. As you step in, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
As you start to encounter the presence of Lemestu.
Wisdom.
Will saving.
Will saving throw. Yeah.
15.
15. Okay, you don't start bleeding, but you do hear a high-pitched, angry, feminine voice going through you going, why have you entered my temple?
Quest
We can't hear this, right?
gets down on his knees and does whatever the appropriate protestations towards Lamistu are and so.
Okay, give me a knowledge religion.
Can I use Goblin Law?
You can if you wish to.
And 8 is 16.
Okay, you do know what the proper thing is. Unfortunately, it requires self-mutilation.
How bad is self-mutilation?
That depends on how much you worship the god.
He'll pull out his nice shiny new dagger and just pull a big cut down his arm and shoulder and say, I'm here to give my thanks to you, mother.
Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
Can I roll for escalation?
Would you like to escalate?
No.
Yes.
I can do that better.
Roll quickly.
Okay, and you scarcely see just how well it cut through your arm. You can actually see your bone all the way down.
Oh no. Crawl.
I know. Most of the injuries I heal here are self-inflicted.
Your quest is kind of like, ow.
And you hear that same voice going, your offer has been accepted.
I think the Pathfinder Society has been questioning our mental health, I think. In all my reports, self-broken arms, self-mutilation.
Was dumb and didn't look for traps.
Thank you, mother. May I ask some questions?
There is a pause, making you feel, very uncomfortable as blood starts,
Yeah.
pooling.
Oh goodness me.
And he goes, okay, that's earned one question.
Why do the goblins march?
Some idiot sent them to war, as you get.
Thank you, mother. I understand. He'll back away slowly.
Yep. As you back away, you see both hounds go over to your pool of blood and start licking up the blood.
Oh.
Well, eyeing you.
Yep. Slowly pack up.
Yep.
Crawl.
Yeah.
Can I please have some help?
Yep. Don't touch that dagger again today, please. That's a
Why did you cut yourself?
20.
You look at it and it looks as if his wound has been healed with the slice
how you
all the
talk
way
to your
down the
gods.
arm.
Really?
To the
You can actually see the bone and it's been healed open that way.
Healed open.
What the fuck do I do?
You don't know, this is the first time you see something like that.
I don't know. Holy crap.
This was not covered in the medicine book.
Juice is just like, no, that's a scar.
Yeah.
Metal as fuck.
You can even touch your bone in a few places.
I've got a sewing kit here.
Yeah, I can sew it shut, but it's technically healed?
Seems to work normally.
Oh,
Is it still bleeding or is
Nope.
it? No. Cool dagger.
Or was that your god?
Cool god, hey?
Yeah, I don't know if I should be using a healing spell or it's technically
Oh,
healed.
by the way, Kroll. Lemistu says you're an idiot.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
No, I'm just repeating it. I asked why the goblins marched, and she said some idiot told them to.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know, it was probably my long lost uncle bleached twice removed, then whatever.
Juice is like, did you ask about Emiko?
No, I don't push the gods.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's no need for that.
Where else haven't we been in here?
Okay.
There's
2 more doors that way.
I mean, I'm gonna
And then
stitch
lock
the
your
armor
last
just
bit.
because people might ask questions about an
I
open
still haven't been able
healed
to make another
arm.
roll.
For
Lockjaw.
What was that?
oh,
I'm gonna stitch the arm up anyway.
Okay,
because people
you
might...
try to stitch it, but it doesn't want to close.
I think Lamistu's given
Yeah.
him a gift.
Yeah, you just don't mess with that.
Nah.
You know, some of which he does know that the mutilation of the body is a sign of offering to Lemister.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's yours.
No,
Keep that.
I think she's taken her pound of flesh.
Yep, I'm not touching that anymore.
Literally.
I'm packing my stuff away.
So basically, when you stick the thing through and pull it and try to pull it tight, that just pulls right through the skin.
See how
Right.
some like how we have simple wounds.
Yeah, Juice is,
Yeah, there's
Juice is
nothing
like, you
simple
can't
about
complain
that.
about my broken arm again.
Hey, at least he's not going to have to
Yeah.
try multiple times on this one.
No, you win. You win. Take my hat off to you. You finally managed an injury I cannot fix.
Well, it's no longer injured.
and Doozer
Yeah.
is jealous.
Does Zuzi go in and try to get a better one?
No.
Do it.
Do
it.
Can I at least take some kind of cloth and wrap it up?
Yep.
It's not actually going to do anything to cover it.
Okay, you cover the mutilated arm with the cloth.
Yeah. At least this way people won't ask questions. You can look at it and enjoy it at your own leisure at home, but just keep it covered.
You make it sound like a parry fetish.
This is
Harry just turns
goblin.
and he goes,
This is goblin stuff I don't want to understand right now. So you know.
What? It's true, right?
So do you want to walk away from the chapel or take the one opposite from where you came in originally?
Yeah,
The
wasn't there
doors?
2 doors?
There were 2 doors, but there's the one you came through, and then there's opposite the one you came through, and then there's the chapel and the one opposite the chapel.
oh, okay.
So it's a 4-way intersection.
Oh, maybe the one we're closer to and then backtrack?
You're pretty much close. It's the same distance from the
Yeah.
other 2 doors.
So the opposite of the one we originally came through.
So we've come through. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Whatever. We're gonna have to search for all of them anyway,
Yeah, I know.
probably.
Yeah, but I'm not giving offerings in every single freaking room. That's for sure.
So you step into this room and you see a single lantern hanging from a hook over a wall, next to a set of stairs leaning up. Several rickety doors open to this room, and a few discarded dog pelts lie forgotten in the corner. And it looks like it was many goblins were here at one stage. Recently too. They even have armor racks all around the room.
Which are empty. Yep. The dog pelts, what condition are they in?
Pretty soiled.
Ugh.
Recently too.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Did you really expect that to be any different answer there?
You do have people with vegetation. I'm sure your wizard can do it without speaking.
Everything else
Wizard
has
can
been pretty
do
nice.
crap
So.
all without speaking.
Does anyone have any form of magical healing they can give to someone that helps restore give them a saving throw?
I think
I don't think
Soothe
normal heal
gives me a
does.
bonus to saving throw. Spells. It should be in here.
No. No, I don't have that.
Soothe. Plus
Juice
2
can
to
help.
saves against. Is it a mental effect?
It's a physical effect.
Physical effect. No.
I'm going to look up other poisons so I can actually have some idea of when they're supposed to kick off. Because most poisons I think might actually be around by round 3. In which case then, we can roll again and see how well you're doing.
Oh, pardon me.
I mean, I have guidance, but that's not going to do much. I'll just give you a +1 to saving throw.
Okay. Well, I'll give you I'll say it's going every 10 minutes, so now you get to make another saving throw.
Okay. Would guidance even give you an extra for that?
Only
So
if
it's
it
another-
occurred during that time. So you get to add 4 on top of
It's
your
not fortitude though.
on your fortitude, yeah.
Because if I gave you guidance, it gives you +1 to that.
21.
21. Okay, you feel yourself able to talk again. You do feel rather as if someone's almost broken your jaw, sort of feeling.
Ow.
Can you say oil can?
And everyone can hear the creaking of his jaw every time he moves his mouth. It's like the whole popping thing of when you've really had muscles really tightly bound, and he basically had.
What
his
the fuck
entire
is
jaw
wrong with
back.
your arm?
Sounds like it's wearing off.
I got a gift from a god. Like his face.
You got a gift from a god, or did you give your arm as a gift to the god? Like Willie did his face.
Column A, column B.
Depends on how you ask it. Depends on how I say it.
Column A, column B.
And the question might be, what's worse?
Yeah.
Column A and column B.
Yes, definitely. Cool, so what's down here? What can we see?
Okay, you can see another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors off this room besides the stairs going up.
Well, there's 5 of us, so
Each do a door and walk on.
yeah.
Yeah!
Open all 5 at the same time. Trigger the Uber trap.
Do it. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, we've already been probably exploring this place for what? An hour and a half.
About that, yeah.
Okay.
Or more likely, about 10 minutes. Not really that long. Because you can do quite a lot in walking around.
Well, probably more than
Yeah.
that, because I probably spent like 10 minutes calming the horse. He
I mean,
spent 10
since you've gone down to this level.
Oh, right, okay. So not that long since this level, okay.
So we simultaneously opening 5 doors.
Sure, why not? That's not a bad idea, right?
Check for
Okay.
traps.
So, you're checking for that while they're opening doors? and Willie's standing at the door just waiting. So, Willie's waiting, you're checking for traps. Give me your perception roll.
18.
Okay, you don't believe it's trapped. Kroll, are you opening the door?
I think it would be smart to check the door for traps.
Bucking the trend and also checking for traps. This doesn't sound right.
Yeah, well, being the medic, if my hands get chopped off, you know.
You don't really want to be disarmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? An armless medic is a good thing, right? First do no harm.
23.
Probably hasn't learned from
Okay, you don't find any traps there, right? As far as you can tell. And then, Parry. You just opened? Okay, as soon as you open the door, everyone hears screaming.
Screaming.
Yep, from inside the room as there's lots of screaming. Back of the door is completely covered in pallets, giving it some form of soundproofing.
Oh.
And there's just screaming and screaming and screaming. Now, what's Susan doing?
What's in the room?
Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Then yes, you see lots of goblins in cages.
Lots of goblins in cages.
Little goblins?
Yeah.
Tiny little goblins?
Yeah.
Food. No.
Perry then closes the door.
And then the sound goes away. So, do so.
I open the door.
Okay, you open the door, you see a corridor and another door. You've been defeated, you've just got this corridor. No screaming on your end. But
I've
Perry
looked
got the
over-
screaming door.
Perry was like, I presume by him shutting the door that it was not.
And then the silence again right after he shuts the door. Okay, so Willie feels satisfied. Just watching the others play with their doors.
I feel like Perry might do that.
So, what is Quest doing with his door? Nelly sees there's no traps.
Quest will open the door.
Okay, you open the door. Opening the door, you see the naked groin of a bugbear. Right in your face.
Does the bugbear see me?
Yes.
Does it make any noise?
It's looking down at you.
For a
Is
second, I
there
thought this
anything
was like a
behind the bugbear, or is
demoralization
it just a
trap.
giant bugbear?
There is a room there, but the bugbear's junk is sort of hiding it. And the fact that he does have an arrow tipped to a bow pulled back probably about 3 times your length.
Oh.
I close my door.
The door doesn't move.
We need our junk expert.
No.
He seems to have put his foot slightly in there, making his junk dangle more. So while you're staring at the junk, with that mouth open surprise, we'll move over to Kroll.
Okay.
So what's Kroll doing? He opening his door.
I assumed we were opening them at the same time, so...
Yep. You open your door, you see a corridor that leads off into the distance and into the dark, and then turn away to the side.
No, I have low light vision, so it doesn't count.
You can see enough into the corridor and the bend, but doesn't seem to be anything else in here. Just a corridor.
Okay.
Mine was a short corridor, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What was mine long, is it?
Yep, it's definitely longer.
My corridor's longer than yours. No, I'll just close the door.
Okay, and then Parry, do you open the door again?
No, I never closed the door. Everyone else said that I closed the door. I never
Okay.
actually closed the door.
I thought you said you did close the door.
No, I never
okay.
closed
So
the door.
that's okay, so the screaming
You made the
continues.
motion of closing the door with the smiley face.
and, as a joke. I didn't
Okay.
actually do it as a character.
So the door is still open and you hear the screaming.
No, one of the bugbear got angry.
Do you want to check that room for a meat coat?
Yeah.
So you go into the room. Okay, so you're having to push dangling cages out of the way as you go in and start searching the room. You might be a bit busy. You might get a bit more fondled than normal. Kids sort of grab onto anything near them, and sometimes they don't let go.
Harry's
Like
a
hair.
stick, you can whack them, right?
Okay, and do so. You still hear the screaming behind you, and Perry's disappeared into the screen.
Disappear into the screens.
And then you also see Quest looking a little shocked.
And I see the bugbear.
No,
Oh.
there's a door slightly ajar, and Quest looking shocked, looking like he's trying to shut said door.
I closed my door and asked Quest in Orcish if he's okay.
Yeah, I've just got a bit of a bugbear.
Okay, and then we'll move around to Willie. You see the big. You can see it from your side because that's where
Punch
the opening
the
is.
junk. Punch the junk.
The bugbear in the room there is taller than you. He's sitting at about 9 feet tall.
Challenge.
His muscles, his arm itself is almost wider than our barbarian is wide. Just one of his arms.
Jesus.
And the bow he has almost looks like he could have taken one of those arrows you had and fired it.
Okay.
As in the one that Deuce is like carrying
Oh,
around.
the spear. Ooh. It's not a spear, it's an arrow.
Oh no, we know it's an arrow, but it's as tall as me, so...
I don't do anything aggressive or...
He does have an arrow pointed directly at Quest's head.
Yep. I just stand there. I'm watching.
Mm?
I'm not acting aggressively or confrontational.
Okay.
Some might think I'm waiting to see what Quest is going to do. Maybe.
Quest.
To be the
he
same
looks
Quest
down at you
twice.
and says...
In.
He looks at you and he does say in Goblin.
Okay.
Because he is a Goblin.
Yep. My comprehend languages is gone.
I would
Oh,
assume
that's
so,
right.
but
Yeah.
Yep. So I go, okay.
What little goblin are you doing here? He says, in a rather booming voice.
I'm looking for someone. Like, a specific someone. I didn't wake up with a crate.
He looks down at his crotch and saying, "So you found my crotch?
Yes, I did.
Is it the crotch you're looking for?"
It is not. I woke up with a specific someone in mind. Have you seen... I don't know.
You want a specific crotch.
Sure, let's say that.
Whose crotch are you looking for?
Well, now it's about crotches. This is going to seem weird. There was a goblin. There was this elf prisoner that we're trying to hunt down.
You want an elf crotch?
Yes.
You really are weird.
Yes. My name's Quest. How are you today?
My name is Bruthazamus.
Bruthazamus. What are you
You
doing
do
here, Mr. Big
You
Bug?
could do a goblin law on him if you wish to.
Just one for his crotch and one for...
9 and 8 is going to be 17.
He is known amongst the goblins. There aren't many bugbears in Varisia.
Yep.
He is a well-known bugbear in Varisia. He's one of their heroic goblins. Basically, he's the sort that the kings get to and chiefs get to go off and do things.
You're a well-known, very famous bugbear. You are.
He says, "Stop staring at my crotch."
Do you mind if I take a few steps back?
He would rather you not take a couple of steps forward, he says. Not that you can step much forward.
Let's take a few steps backwards so I can look at him.
Yep.
Not at him.
It still dangles. It's very mesmerizing.
It's very nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. You're very famous.
Yes, and it really is that big, he says. Okay, moving on to Crop.
Okay.
You were hearing this in the background.
I'm just hearing goblin, apparently.
Yep. A sort of a low-pitched goblin and this really deep, heavy pitched goblin.
Well, there's no fight broken out yet, so I'm just going to ask, what have you got there? In just common. Varisan.
So, got a bit of a bugbear.
Yeah, there's a bugbear.
Is it aggressive?
For a bugbear, no.
I mean, it's
Not
being
really.
very patient with his bow.
Oh.
Bugbears aren't known for their patience.
Do you want us to keep looking or stay here and wait till you sort out that bugbear problem?
I don't know. Would you like to come and be introduced?
Not particularly to bugbears.
He's very famous.
Is he?
Yes.
Why?
For doing what?
Well, he's
I love how
very
everyone's
famous
talking
to
to a
goblins.
bugbear
Let's
and
put it that way.
Paris is like,
He
wait.
solves goblin problems.
Wading through baby goblins.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'll greet this
Okay,
goblin
so
savior.
you step around, the first thing you see is naked from the bottom.
My god, those are large!
Oh, I see why you're famous.
Yep, that explains that. Have fun with that, I'll turn around and walk away.
Oh, right. Where's Parry?
Next door along, you hear screams.
See if you have
So,
the section.
I'll give you a perception roll while you're doing that, and then I'll give you a reflex saving throw to see if you can avoid hands.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever a goblin child catches, they can eat.
16 on perception.
Yep. Okay, having a look around, you don't actually see anything useful except the fact that these are designed to keep the goblins from not moving much until they're old enough to be let out.
And a 23 on reflex.
Not one of the goblin babies was able to grab any part of you. Just the slight touching and trying to grab you, and you just moving out of their reach. And you managed to make it out without actually being grabbed. Feeling disappointed there was nothing useful there.
No, Amico. Oh well.
No amigo in that room.
So, what does Dooza do? You do hear the big booming voice.
Dooza probably comes around so he can see what Quest is talking about.
Okay, so you come around and you see the bugbear that makes you feel tiny.
Challenge accepted.
He is massive compared to what you're used to seeing. Of course, you've not really seen much bugbears, but you do know that the bugbears are the biggest of the goblinoids.
Yeah.
The hobgoblins are roughly on par with the orcs,
Yeah.
and then you've got the goblins who are the smallest.
Yeah.
And he is really oversized from what you've seen from most bugbears.
Magical.
And did I hear his name when he said it before?
You understand goblin, don't you?
No.
Okay. He was basically barking some sort of strange name.
Okay. Quest, who's your new friend?
Slightly naked new friend.
So Dooza, this is Bathmazamus. Bathmazamus, this is Dooza, Low Blow, Willy One Kenobi, and Kroll, the Green Dervish.
He says, Kroll, child of the
Here we
Bogeyman,
go
yes.
again.
What is the goblin that I do?
He says, I've already given. And he steps in and shuts the door.
What just happened?
I've already given?
I think your
Your reputation precedes you.
Ooh. Open the door, Crawl.
How?
Well, you're a very scary medic.
Crawl, go open the door.
Knock, knock, knock. Just to double check.
Opens again, this time he's not wearing anything.
Just to double check, you haven't seen the elf prisoner?
Which elf prisoner?
Is there more than one?
Normally.
Right, do you know where they're kept?
Near the sacrifice area?
Which is...
Buggy if I know, I try to avoid it.
Thank you for your help.
You know, they ask you to do really weird mutilations if you go there too much.
Yeah, crap.
Oh.
Oh. I guess I'll go back there.
Oh no.
Alright, well... Thank you for your help.
But it says, just try to, go through that door where that monkey boy you were with over there, he says, pointing to who you referred to as low blow. Because most of them do think of humans as monkey boys. Yeah, just go through that door there, you'll probably find them there.
Oh, cool. Thank you for your help.
Yes. And tell the fated one I helped. Sign his door.
Will do.
Oh, the fat.
So, yes, your reputation precedes you. You're a very scary medic, and everybody seems to know it.
Yes, and I need to pass along a message I didn't want.
You're a very scary medic and you
We
saw the
need to go
wall.
through that door.
What was his name?
course.
Blah, 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 blah.
You reach the door without any problems.
Barathamus?
Step aside.
Bathazar.
Bathmazamus?
Bathazar.
Ru-
I think.
Yeah,
Buthzamus. Just that you get thrown as many vowels as possible.
Yeah.
I got the start of that right.
I didn't.
I got Bruth, and then I got the rest of it very
I got
horribly
Bath.
wrong. Bath. TH.
Well, it's okay. He was, yelling at you a bit.
MIUS, was it?
Brutazmus.
MUS, yep.
So he looked like that, except you could see he wasn't wearing clothes.
There's a
Yep.
sneasel in the street.
So nice and bulky looking hobgoblin.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, bugbear.
Bugbear, yeah. Jesus. Deuce is impressed by his size.
The fact the bow was bigger than Duzo also didn't help.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Deuce was like, glad she was your friend.
Okay, so you open the door where Willie's been standing guard.
I guess.
Okay, it opens, and with relief you realise it's not trapped. Which was lucky. Willie obviously disarmed it earlier.
That's what I do.
Heading, looking in there, you see a short corridor with another door. A little bit longer than the corridor that Dusa had, so Dusa had the shortest corridor.
Feel depressed, Doozer.
Yeah. I think I have other things to worry about at the moment.
Okay, so Barthy said that we'll probably find the off prisoners down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to do that now?
I reckon it will help us.
Okay.
Did you come back out of that room?
Yes, it did.
Oh.
What did you find?
Your snack.
Oh. We should probably let them out.
No.
Yeah, why?
So that they learn to be social.
Aren't they in cages together? How much more social can they get?
I'm pretty sure they're in cages alone, stacked on top of each other.
Are they?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
They don't share
Social
a cage.
distancing. Come on.
Ah.
Pandemic and all.
They can just slap each other through cages.
And once you let them go, you'll probably never get out. Because they'll grab onto you and never let go.
You're my daddy.
Yes, I am. Now come along, son. And daughter, and daughter, and son, and son, and...
You
I don't
gonna
know.
let them out?
Hmm?
You
Not
go-
yet. We'll do that later.
Not yet.
Not there.
They also eat anything they latch onto.
Considering, I started a war today, you adopting 400 goblins is not the worst thing to happen.
Okay, so you walk down the corridor. Who opens the door?
Parry, because he loves looking for traps.
Okay.
Perry just like
He does his usual door. So Quest is sitting there looking at the door, and Perry just goes, boom.
It's a ball.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Okay. So the southern room of this wall is a bank of cells with iron doors, 6 all up. The rest of the room is obviously a torture chamber. A rack sits against the far wall, an Iron Maiden stands to the north, and a fire pit smolders below a spike cage dangling from a chain in the ceiling to the east.
Right.
Obviously, entertainment room.
Okay.
Ah, looks like her.
Yeah. Got to say.
Harry's living room.
Okay, and
Living room? No. Bedroom, more like it.
And you do see that there are people in most of the cells here.
Anyone we recognise?
A couple from Sandpoint.
I say hi.
Emiko sort of just looks at you with she looks like she's got scars everywhere. Basically, you can see half her hair has been burnt off,
Oof.
and various other things done to her. None of the people here look to be in fairly good shape.
How many people are there here?
Probably about 15 all up in 6 different
6 different
So-
rooms.
I don't have a medical supply.
and it looks as if there might have been a lot more at one stage.
Jesus.
Well, I think we should get them out first.
Yeah.
Hi! We're here to rescue you!
They sort of go, would you have come why we could still walk? Each of them has broken legs.
No, we couldn't have. But, let's see what we can do. We open the gate.
Looks as if someone has, gone out of the way to break everyone's legs.
Recently?
No. And let it heal broken.
Right.
Great.
Alright. If we're gonna want to get these people out, we're gonna need splints.
And most of them look as if they've had also all their fingers and their hands broken as well.
Yeah, great. I recommend using the wooden goblin armor stands that were empty.
Are they going to be able to work if we just split them?
What other choice do we have? Do you want to carry 15 people?
Well, I'd just like to remind you, we currently don't have a way off the island.
Yeah, that's the next problem. But at least giving them a better chance is better than giving them no chance.
Well, could we also move them up to the throne room where it's a bit warmer, not in this dingy,
You can.
cold cell?
There were some furs up there that
How do
weren't.
the waypoints work down here?
Well, you've actually got to find a circle of stone that you can bond to.
It's probably not in here.
Well, the reason we don't want to use. Oh yes, the demon blade.
Well, if you do, you'll be connecting it permanently to this Pathfinder.
Yeah,
network.
exactly.
Yes.
That's the main reason why we don't want to do that.
Would you like a back door into the demon blade?
Yeah, or...
Or would you like to give... actually, the goblins wouldn't know.
Yeah. Either way, if we're going to carry these people upstairs, I think splinting would be a good idea.
Okay.
We could-
Though you do notice that the doors are locked.
Oh, of course, yes.
Ah, the hard's trap.
Cell
No,
doors,
locked.
yeah.
Do we need thieves' tools or anything? Quest pulls out his new shiny dagger and tries to cut through the bars.
Okay.
Clang!
Apparently it works great on goblin flesh.
Clang, clang,
Yeah.
clang.
I would presume I can't pull these open, but I may as well try.
Okay, athletics check.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm not.
Natural one.
No, it's a 12.
Okay, you do hear a popping sound come from Dooza.
Yeah,
I was just going to
Just-
give User this dark stare and go, I have 15 people here who I need to hear. Add yourself to this list, I swear.
I just dislocated my shoulder. It's fine. Just pop it back in.
You do hear it pop as Dooza sort of stands up and straightens.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it doesn't hurt
jeez.
that much.
I think while they're trying to work out how to open stuff, I'll start collecting things for.
The Iron Maiden, the.
No.
I'll save that for later.
I'm not going to use the torture devices for splints. Wow, that'd be horrifying.
You don't worry, just hop inside and I'll shut the door.
Oh no!
The cages look well made.
Yeah.
I asked the prisoners themselves, who's got the key?
The Nula, they say.
The Nula.
Nula.
Guys, we just got here. Don't know who that is.
The person who arranged the raid on Sandpoint.
Looks like, smells like. Can I buy
A
that?
child of a god with demon scars.
What?
Oh, lovely.
Basically, Azimir.
Aha. Oh well.
How do we let Shalelu know that Azimir's taken Amiko and... Good luck.
Well, isn't she sitting in one of the cages?
No,
Amiko is, yes.
Amiko is. We need
Can I borrow
Shalom
your
is the
spear?
Yep.
other one.
To
How
do
do
what?
Like, what's the rules for key locks?
It is, you get to, do you have any thieves tools?
Actually, I
That's,
do.
that's one of the first requirements.
Actually.
No.
Then getting some thieves tools will make it so much easier.
Can I borrow?
Otherwise it's,
I'm going to use it as a crowbar.
you would basically be rolling with
Bend
like a
my spear.
-4 to the rolls you normally
Bend
make
my
you.
spear.
Oh well.
Sure, I'll use that makeshift.
Sure.
And you using it as a crowbar, Juicer kind of laughs at you.
You get
Well,
something
you
made
use it
to
as a
use as a
crowbar.
lockpick. Give me a fury roll.
Alright.
Wait, what are you using as a...
We don't want to know.
I break some pins off of the Iron Maiden.
Oh.
They are very bloody still.
That's fun. 17?
17. You hear a snapping sound, and you notice that you've broken the tip of the Iron Maiden into the lock itself.
And that's now.
So using my thievery skills,
Mm-hmm.
how difficult a lock do these appear to be?
Well, they look like they are fairly decent locks. They like the armor you've seen before. They were made by an artisan.
These locks are not meant to be messed with unless we have a key.
Alright, well.
Who's got did somebody have a silk kimono at some point?
Not me, not me.
Could we use that to bend the bars?
Well, Parry suggested I use the spear as a crowbar.
Potentially, it's metal, large metal crowbar
Okay.
type deal.
I will give you advantage on your roll.
That's better. 28.
28. Okay, you bend the bar about half an inch, and you bend the arrow about 3/4 of the way around.
Yeah.
And you do notice that the bars were about 3 times the thickness of the arrow.
No, I meant a lock, like getting
Oh,
in
the
the
lock.
lock.
It won't fit in the lock. The tip.
So not.
It's
so-
basically built into the door.
Oh, it's built into the door. Oh,
Okay, well then I probably wouldn't have tried that
Yeah.
then.
So I thought it was like a padlock where we could just jump. No. Okay, that makes more sense.
These guys weren't that dumb.
I probably wouldn't have done that then.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I will have Kroll have a perception roll,
No.
and Poppy.
No.
To see if they find the key.
Oh, the key coming towards us.
That's a 14? No, 15.
16 for Poppy.
Okay, Poppy sort of growls a bit. You also look around and you see that 5 other people have entered the room.
Oh, wonderful. Entered the room.
Yep. So one of them looks like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You see the bugbear also in the room with the bow ready.
Oh, crap.
You see a guy who looks like that with his sword and shield out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're in trouble.
I don't know why the hell what they're doing here in a
You see
goblin
it.
compound.
Another elven archer.
Well, don't we recognize him?
That is Amiko's brother,
Yeah.
the one who had abducted her. And on top of that, you also
What?
see the Azimir Nula.
Oh, here we go. Time to have some fun, ladies and gentlemen.
So basically, they are a party of heroes in their own right. And considering it's after 10, we'll wait until next session to see what happens.
Roll for initiative.
Because she does look to be a Azimir cleric of Lamastur.
Whoa.
So a celestial-blooded follower of the Mother of Demons.
Yep.
That sounds like a movie moment. You guys take the rest. The cleric's mine.
And she is wielding a jagged sword. Bastard sword, actually.
Bastards.
How about the cleric off?
Cleric off.
Hey, you just got a new sword too.
I think I might be glad that I have 1 extra AC.
Yeah.
This is gonna go real interesting.
I think I'm really glad I burnt my 2 second level spell slots.
Same here. Same here.
This is a diplomatic mission. I won't need to fight.
We don't need to fight.
Well, now you've seen the people who actually arranged all the stuff beforehand, and who had arranged for the goblins to come here.
We're gonna need to take these people out.
Yeah, these people are probably like 5 levels higher than us.
Probably not.
Oh, this is their home turf.
Yep. Yep.
We shall see how they go.
I'm wondering if that depiction of the big goblin thing was the bugbear earlier.
No.
No?
No, because it said it had clawed feet and tails as well.
Oh, I missed that, sorry.
Okay, so I'll put this on end credits.
Oh boy.